happens, but we won't see right off quick because Duke's going to have the football first. ACC football is brought to you in high definition by H.H. Gregg. Larger selection, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg, we help. Glad you've joined us here on a beautiful day in Boston, or Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, if you will. 62 degrees our temperature, and we got a nice little northeast wind. This is ideal. This is more early autumn than late summer here in New England. BC won the toss. They have deferred. They are going to kick off to the Duke Blue Devils. And we'll get a look at one of those burners that Dave was talking about, and Jamison Crowder. He's back there with Lee Butler. There's Jamison Crowder, true freshman. Exciting player. Getting ready to kick will be Nate Freeze. Well, this will be Ryan Quigley. Getting ready to kick for the BC Eagles. Both teams looking for their first win. And somebody's going to get it. Here this afternoon, the Boston College. We do have a breeze that's picking up more than they said. It was 6 miles an hour. That looks a little stronger than 6 miles an hour, but it's blowing right across the field. We'll have more on that as we move along in this first half. Here comes Quigley, and we're underway. And this is Crowder, 2 yards deep. He'll come out. Crowder hits the wedge, and they hit back. Set down at the 20-yard line. And here's a look at our starting lineups presented by CPI Security, protecting what's important. Let's take a look at Duke's offense first of all. It'll be Thompson at the running back position. Vernon and Varner will be out wide with Braxton and Helpett up front. Hill and Simmons are the tackles. Coleman, Harding, and Tomlinson are inside. And we're ready to go. 1st and 10. Sean Renfrey at the quarterback spot and out of the shotgun with an open backfield. Downfield intended for Varner, or rather Vernon, and it is knocked away. Nice play made on the play by the linebacker, Kevin Pierre-Louis.
Should have been picked off, Steve. This is an excellent job by Kevin Pierre-Louis, shadowing Connor Vernon down through the middle. The ball's thrown behind Vernon by Renfrey. Should have been intercepted. Great opportunity to get a turnover. That's something that this BC defense has done a great job of over the years, is taking the football away.
2nd down and 10. Renfrey back to throw. Out into the split. It is complete to Braxton, and not much there. Donnie Fletcher shuts him down on the corner. Let's take a look at the defense now for Boston College, and this is where it gets young. Holloway made the game-saving play last year at Durham. O'Neal, Quinn, and Edibali up front. The linebackers, one of the best in the country, if not the best. Luke Kuechly in the middle. Pierre-Louis and DeVito. Fletcher and Noel are the veterans on the corners for Boston College. We're looking at 3rd down and about 7. Renfrey sets, fires, goes to Thompson, complete. He's going to be shy of the 1st down. Guess who? Luke Kuechly, who leads the nation in tackles.
Well, this is what Boston College does. They play zone coverage, and then Kuechly flows to the football and makes the play. Does a good job of getting in position. They make Renfrey throw the ball underneath to Thompson, and then Kuechly will eat anything alive between the numbers. He's an unbelievable track the football and destroy the ball carrier linebacker.
Senior out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Alex King getting ready to kick it. Bobby Schweikert is back to get it. It's a low line drop. Takes a Duke bounce. Schweikert will get away, and it'll roll dead at about the 30-yard line, and that's where Boston College will take it 1st and 10. And let's take a look at Boston College's opening offensive lineup here as we see them for the first time, led by Chase Reddick at quarterback, and behind him he's going to have, of course, Andre Williams is running back. Colin Larman, who sat out last year with an injury. Coleman and Pantali is the tight end. Up front, it's Young, Letzel, and Cleary. Richmond. Gallick is in there for Mark Spinney at center, and Ian White completes the starting lineup up front. 1st and 10, Boston College at their own 30, no score. This is Williams picking his way across the 35 and then carries the pile. 5 yards on 1st down. Look at quarterback here. This is Chase Reddick, sophomore out of Sierra Madre, California. So far hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, 421 yards. 31, 34 of 67.
Now, what you get with Reddick now is you get a little bit more athletic quarterback than you have with Renfrey. He'll move around, he'll boot, he'll pull the ball down and run with it some.
3 wide outs and a single setback. That's Williams who gets it, and Duke gets him behind the line of scrimmage. Kenny Ananiki left a helmet on the tackle. Fox comes away with it.
A big part of the game now for Duke's defense. Let's take a look at that Duke's defense, brought to you by CPI. This is the defense now that has to stop the run. It's a group up front that is young, that they haven't played very much. 2 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. It's the classic 4-2-5. Really what it is a safety that slides down and plays that linebacker spot. So a little bit lighter player, better against the pass, maybe a little bit weaker against the run.
CPI security protecting what's important. 3rd down coming up, no score. About 6. Reddick with time. The man out there, but Russ Cockrell is right with it.
Well, that's a great throw, though, Steve. This is the classic fade stop or back shoulder throw to Coleman. Coleman just doesn't track the football very well. Really good coverage by Cockrell. But watch the back shoulder throw. Excellent spot for the football by Reddick. Coleman never picked up the football.
Ryan Quigley getting ready in punt formation here from Little River, South Carolina. Spaziani and his staff went south to get that one. Lee Butler getting ready to return. Butler returned an interception against Stanford a week ago. He'll get away from this one as it takes a Duke bounce. Now it'll roll back to the 26-yard line. So Duke gets the football for the 2nd time today. Well, having a few sausages there on the grill here at Chestnut Hill. No score. Duke and Boston College will take a timeout.
Everyone has a dream, but sometimes your future can be a bit hard to see. That's why the principal created the Dream Catcher, a new online tool to help imagine the life you want someday in pictures. You can organize, prioritize, and plan. Then, with more than 130 years' experience, we can manage your investments to help make your dream reality. Visit dreamagain.com or ask your advisor. It's time to dream again with the principal.
Okay. Hey, buddy. Posted. We're taking pictures? Go back to sleep, man.
Share it faster with HTC Status, the only phone with a Facebook share button that glows anytime you take a photo, video, or anything else worth sharing. AT&T. Rethink possible.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone.
Help is here. H.H. Gregg is the fastest growing appliance and electronics retailer in America. Let our smarter associates show you why. With the latest appliances and electronics at the guaranteed lowest prices. Bigger selection, lower prices. Smarter associates. H.H. Gregg. We help.
Okay, this is it, the Bill Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Drive F-150 or Super Duty with 0 for 60 plus up to $2,000 or up to $6,000 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
ACC football is being brought to you by AT&T, by Geico, by your local Toyota dealers, by Haviland, and by BB&T. Skyline of Boston on a beautiful day here. Chestnut Hill. Big doings in the city. The Red Sox playing this afternoon. There's Sean Renfrey, quarterback for the Duke Blue Devils. He's a junior. Steps up, fires. His pass is complete to Connor Vernon. Vernon, a junior out of Miami, Florida, with the reception. Pierre Lewis with the tackle, and it's going to be a gain on the play of about 8 yards.
Good quick throw to Connor Vernon in the slot. That's his favorite guy. But, you know, David Cutcliffe, when he talked about Sean Renfrey yesterday, when we talked 2 days ago, we talked to him, and then today, he said, I just have to free this quarterback up. I got to take some of the calls away from him at the line of scrimmage. Just make some calls, let him free up and throw it.
It's Helfet on the sideline looking for the first down. He gets thrown out. Let's see where the spot is. It looks like it could be good. Kuechly on the tackle. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play for the tight end. You know, a lot of Duke's offense looks just like that. Throw it out to the playmakers and let them have some fun.
And Renfrey is the key to that. This guy has all the talent in the world. Cutcliffe just feels like he's a little frozen mentally, so he wanted to free him up, make some of the calls from the sideline for him, and let him just sling it.
I talked to him Wednesday, and he said, we just like to let him call it and haul it. What we call, just go out and don't adjust to it. And he called his own runner that time and got out to about the 41-yard line. Max Holloway made the stop.
Is a kid that has a big, strong arm. He's a great big kid, 6'5", has had some great moments and then had some where he just felt like he froze up. He threw 17 interceptions a year ago. 11 of them were in 3 games, so he played pretty well a year ago.
Scottsdale, Arizona, 4th-year junior at Duke. Out of the shotgun, ready to throw, fires over the middle, and it's too long for Donovan Varner, who was bracketed out there right down the seam.
That's the kind of shot that he wants to see Renfrey take. Now Varner right down the seam, as you said, Steve, and it was a pretty well thrown ball. Varner just could not step on the accelerator and get to it, and so now you're in a 3rd and manageable situation if you're Duke.
3rd and about 4.5. At the 41, they need the 46. The play selection so far, mostly to the air. We haven't seen them run a play from scrimmage yet with Juwan Thompson. He's the lone setback. Renfrey swings it out to Thompson. Has some room, the first down, and he's in Boston College territory. Pulled out to the 48 by Luke Kuechly.
That's a great read by Renfrey. Zone coverage from Boston College. No surprise there. He finds, and here he is. You're going to see the back swing in the flat. Thompson's going to swing in the flat. See zone coverage. Everybody dropping off. Get the ball to the back. And the back picks up the first down. Big hit by Kuechly at the end, but good read by Renfrey.
An 11-yard gain keeps Duke moving. Their first 3rd down conversion of the day. And off to Thompson on play action. And not much there on the left side of the Duke offensive line.
Steve, you said it off the top. This Boston College defense has been noted for stopping the run over the years. They were #1 in the ACC a year ago defensively, primarily because of Luke Kuechly, number 40 in the middle. But they're a younger group, and not younger maybe in years, but younger in play experience. A lot of these guys were backups, maybe had 25, 30 snaps, now expect to play the whole game.
A high snap from center. Renfrey whips it out to Varner. Varner to the 40 and to about the 39-yard line. And it's going to be, looks like a gain of about 7 on the play, shy of the first down. Fans, get ready. Get your cell phones fired up and ready to go. It's time for the AT&T Fan Vote. We want your answer to this question. Who will have more touchdown passes, Sean Renfrey or Chase Reddick? Now text your answer A1 or A2 to 55333, and you'll get the results in the second half. 3rd down and about 2. Duke at the BC 40. Braxton on the wing. Handoff. Here's Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth surges ahead but got hit. And let's see what they gave him for a spot. Pierre Lewis, the sophomore who had 93 tackles a year ago, comes up with a stop.
Well, BC slants their line to the right side. Kuechly's going to show up right away and kind of clog the hole. So Hollingsworth has to bounce to the backside, and Pierre Lewis is there to make the play. 2 active linebackers. Kevin Pierre Lewis, number 24, and number 40, Luke Kuechly.
Got a quarterback change. Redshirt freshman Anthony Boone in there as Duke will go for it on 4th down and 1. They need the 38. They're at the 39. And we got a whistle. And a flag to boot. Kyle Hill move.
Full start. Number 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. It remains 4th down.
That might change the thought process now, Steve. Is here comes the punting unit on now. What they were going to run there is they had Crowder in the game. We talked about his speed with Boone at quarterback. They were going to run a zone read off of the little jet sweep action, but they couldn't hold their water up front. So Cut makes the right decision here. Punt the football and play defense. Try to play the field position game here.
Well, Alex King will get ready to kick it. He's got a pretty good leg. Longest this season is 49. We don't need any of that here. Try to just punch it in. And it is blocked. Picked up by Boston College. The block was made by Spencer Rositano, a true freshman.
And Steve, this is a play where you don't really sub a lot of people in on the punt block. He's going to come off the left side, number 47, just kind of extend his right hand. Just kind of lackadaisical blocking up front by Duke. And Rositano comes in and gets the right hand. You'll see him come off the right edge of your screen, stick the right paw up, and just gets a piece of the football.
Somebody got a piece of him, but not enough. And what would have been horrible field position had the punt gotten away is going to turn into excellent field position for Chase Reddick and the Eagles, starting from their own 45-yard line. Play action. Here's Reddick to fire, complete. It's out there to Dan Williams. Williams pushes the marker out to the 48-yard line of Duke, and this is Boston College's first journey into Duke territory this afternoon.
Well, we just saw some of the athleticism that Chase Reddick will bring to the table at quarterback. His ability to come off the boot. He'll pull it down and take off with it as well, but his ability to change the launch point for the quarterback is going to be big.
Hand off. Goes to Taj Kimball. And he gets very little yardage there. Gets maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up second down in about 3.
Taj Kimball, a redshirt freshman. We'll talk all day long about the youth on both sides of the ball, but more so maybe for BC. Taj Kimball, redshirt freshman out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. He's a change-up back. Got good speed.
Third down conversion. 9 for 29 so far this season. They are 12th in the ACC. Beaten last week by Central Florida 30-3, and the week before by Northwestern here in Chestnut Hill. Reddick out on the wing, fires complete to his tight end, Pantale. Eludes one tackle and gets down to the 31. Russ Cockrell makes the stop for Duke.
Well, Chase Reddick has a tough time finding him. We're gonna see Pantale. He's gonna come out of the backfield. He's standing right here. He's gonna circle out of the backfield and get in that hole right there. Just steps through the line and gets in the hole, and Reddick doesn't see him right away and scrambles out right and then finds him. Nobody home for Duke in the middle, and a big conversion for the BC Eagles.
17 yards to the Duke 31. Drop back for Reddick, going over the middle as a man open. And that was Colin Larmon Jr.
Boy, a little max protect, take a shot down the field, and he had him. Had a shot at Larmon. Larmon right down through the pipe, and this is one that he'd probably like to have back. Maybe a little bit more air underneath the football. A little less margin for error if you put a little air under the ball. When you throw it on a line, you have to be perfect, but you certainly see the arm strength of Chase Reddick right there.
Amadon, Coleman, Swigert, all the linemen in the alignment for as wide receivers. Kimball is the setback. Second down and 10. Little screen going out to Kimball. Complete. Kimball on his way. Nobody gets him. Touchdown, Boston College. A 31-yard touchdown strike.
Well, it's a perfect call, Steve, because they catch Duke in a blitz. Good job by Taj Kimball to fake like he's going to block the safety and then release in the flat. And there were only two Duke defenders back deep, and it just took a couple of blocks. Kimball's speed, we talked about the speed, and he gets it in the end zone. But a great call by Dave Brock to get the screen versus the blitz.
Nate Freeze for the kick. The point after is good, and Boston College just like that with good field position after the block punt. They take advantage on a 31-yard pass, catch, and run by Taj Kimball. Boston College up 7.
If you love your car and want to protect it, then you need Haviland Motor Oil. Chevron Haviland contains the Deposit Shield formulation. This protects your fuel economy and helps minimize carbon emissions, which of course helps to protect the environment. So look for the shield and protect what matters. Haviland.
I'm LPGA golfer Jennifer Johnson, and I'm proud to stand alongside Navistar to serve those who serve with the Wounded Warrior Project at this year's Navistar LPGA Classic Tournament.
Over 40,000 of our country's brave men and women have been wounded in Iraq and Afghanistan. During the Navistar LPGA Classic Tournament, Navistar and Jennifer Johnson are raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project.
Show them you care by donating today.
Text WWP to 90999.
We love ordering sushi, but it was getting expensive. So to save some money...
Looks great, huh?
And we're not real proud of this.
No, we're not.
Have you guys seen Captain Stewie and Little Miss Neptune?
Did you look all over the place under your desk? All around?
They're fish. They live in a bowl.
What are you gonna do?
There's an easier way to save.
Whatever.
Get online. Go to geico.com. Get a quote. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Some car companies need celebrities in their commercials to try and convince you to buy one of their cars. Toyota thinks you'd get better advice from someone who actually owns one. I love my Camry. Looks great, gets good gas mileage. Who wouldn't want one? One of your own.
What should your next car be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. There's no better time to get the 2011 Camry with 0% APR plus $500 customer cash.
It's bow time at Bojangles. Feed your tailgate group with the brand new Big Bow Box.
Time now for a Hardee's update. Kansas at Georgia Tech. First quarter, first play of the game actually for the Yellow Jackets. And Orwin Smith, the junior, coming up big. 95-yard rushing touchdown. That's the way you start a ball game. 7-0 Georgia Tech.
Welcome back to Boston College. The Eagles have scored a 31-yard pass and run hookup. Chase Reddick to Taj Kimball. And there's Kimball. That's his first college touchdown. Redshirt freshman from Fernandina Beach, Florida. And
there's a Charlie Brown right there.
That was something. The ball just fell off the tee as Ryan quickly was getting ready to kick it away.
Lucy just jerked it off the tee.
Here comes Linus with a blanket. We're all ready. All right. You don't see that very often. He's going to tell his guys along the line, hey, don't go so close to the ball. You blew it off.
Yeah. Well, we've got Dave Baker down on the sidelines. We'll check in with Dave here pretty soon about what's going on with the wind, because I can see the flags blowing at the top of the goalpost. It's certainly going to play a factor today.
You know, I said it was across the field. Now it looks like it's blowing at an angle. All right, Quigley gets this one away. Crowder calls for it. Takes it up a seam. There's a flag thrown in on the play back at the 18-yard line. And it turns out to the 26. James McCaffrey makes the tackle for Boston College. And we could have a hold coming back here that'll make it problematical. Tom McCreesh is our referee.
During the return, holding number 88 of the return team. Half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that'll take it down inside the 10. Well, you know, it's bow time all around ACC campuses during football weekends. Bojangles, what we're talking about. It's always a big hit at tailgates every week at stadiums across the country. Don't forget to pick up your 12-piece super tailgate special from Bojangles in the new Big Bow Box. Remember, it's always bow time when you're tailgating, and get yourself plenty of that dirty rice, too. First down and 10 from the 9-yard line. And the pass from Renfrey is complete. But the ball pops loose. Now, was it loose by contact? And the officials are saying it is. Pass out there to Braxton.
Listen, Rossitano again makes a big hit. The man that blocked the punt's going to get the hit right there, number 47, Rossitano, and he jars the ball loose. And BC was able to get on the football.
A true freshman pressed into service with the injury to C.J. Jones. This is Renfrey, and he carries out about the 16-yard line. So it's going to be a gain of about 5, and it'll bring him 3rd and 5. And Harris Williams makes sure he stays on the ground. 3rd and about 4. Duke has already converted a first down near midfield. That led to a block punt, which led to good field position for Boston College. And 2 minutes later, it led to a touchdown. Renfrey to throw. The cut to Braxton complete. He's got the first down and holds on at the 24-yard line. Rositano puts the hit on him again. And it's a completion of about 8 yards on the play, and Duke keeps the chains moving.
Good job by Brandon Braxton to get inside the corner support to the outside. Watch, he'll continue inside. Renfrey checks for his inside throw, now looks outside. Braxton had broken inside the corner. Al Louis Jean, and makes the catch.
It's a 9-yard gain on first down again. Pass out to the wing. This is Helfett, the tight end. And Helfett nearly broke the tackle that could have sprung him loose at the 35-yard line. Rositano and Keekly out there on the play. It's a gain of 9 yards, just shy of the first down.
Now, Renfrey's doing a good job of throwing the ball horizontally across the field and stretching this BC defense. See if they have a chance to take it down the field.
Well, on second down and 1, they're going to throw Anthony Boone into the fray. Boone has scored more touchdowns of any Duke quarterback so far this season. The redshirt freshman from Raleigh. Pass is it complete? They've not ruled it yet. No, it is not complete. Intended for Brandon Braxton.
This is a change-up, what they try to do. Boone normally comes in, and you mentioned, Steve, he runs the football. What they want to do in scouting themselves is have him throw a couple. So now you can't settle in as a defense. Okay, we're going to crowd the line because this guy's going to run it every time. He throws it there, but if you can't get it out to receiver, they're not going to respect it very much.
Well, I'll tell you what, Boone is in because Brandon Connett is out with a shoulder injury. So he fills pretty much the role, and pretty much in the same way. We've got a whistle now and a timeout called. We're going to have a review of this last play. We're going to review the play with Braxton and see if indeed that was a catch or was it as originally ruled on the field.
And talking to some of the Duke coaches, talking about Anthony Boone, and we're going to take a look to see if Braxton can get his hands underneath the football. It's the key, or his hands underneath. Certainly looked like his hands were underneath the football.
All right, they're going to review this, and we'll take a timeout with them after this word from your local ACC station.
With gas prices soaring, it makes sense to fill up less often in a Ford. Ford offers 7 models with best-in-class fuel economy, and no one offers more vehicles with 40 MPGs. There are many reasons to drive a Ford, but going farther in one may be the best yet. Get Edge or Escape with up to $3,500 cash back, or lease one for $219. Plus, get a 2-year maintenance plan on Edge, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
I've played many roles,
If I could work my way.
but none more important than my role as the patient in a drama that played out at Wake Med. The villains? An aortic aneurysm and a faulty valve. The heroes? My cardiologists, my cardiac surgeon, the critical care experts at Wake Med. Thanks to them, life gave me an encore.
Guys, I'm kind of freaking out. I have to upload a movie project for finals or else I won't graduate. So please, shut that stuff down until I'm done, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Living with Wi-Fi hogs?
Let me play.
Say hello to Time Warner Cable Wideband. All the speed, power, and bandwidth
Go back
you
on
need.
now, I got it. You are lifesavers.
From our fastest internet ever.
No problem.
Call or click now for maximum download speeds.
Every luxury car claims to be somehow greater than the sum of its parts. But how about one that's smarter?
The Lincoln MKZ, named most dependable car in its class 2 years running by J.D. Power & Associates. Now, take advantage of exceptional offers on the MKZ.
It's not just luxury, it's smarter than that.
Time for a Hardee's update. 21st ranked Auburn at Clemson right now. Second quarter, sophomore wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins gets it in the end zone. 4-yard TD pass. Auburn 14, Clemson now on the board.
Well, here in Boston.
It has been determined that it was a completed catch. It will be 1st and 10 at the 38. The play clock is correct.
All right, Tom McCreesh with the call. So count that as a catch by Brandon Braxton and a first down for Duke, as he said. Auburn continues to find a way to score points, and as Danielle and Tommy talked about, big day for the ACC, and we've got 3 games going against us here in the noon hour.
That's a big moment for Dabo Swinney and his Clemson Tigers at home in Death Valley. They're trying to defend their backyard.
They were up 17-0 on Auburn a year ago down on the Plains. 1st and 10. Our score here is 7-0. Boston College in the lead. Here is Thompson. Picks his way up to about the 40-yard line. All right, we've got lots of action around the ACC. You don't have to worry about missing a game this year or this week. Each week, Haviland brings you highlights from every ACC football game. Visit theacc.com or the ACC mobile apps for game highlights, clips, and more video from around the ACC. Brought to you by Haviland. 2nd down and 8 for Duke. Renfrew, 3-step drop, pass to Vernon complete. He gets bent over like a pretzel at the 44 by Kevin Pierre-Louis.
And they twisted him up really bad on this play. That did not look good. This is one of the top receivers in the ACC right here, and he caught that zone play, and they really twisted his left knee there. Jim Noel and Kevin Pierre-Louis, the linebacker, making the hit.
Shy of the first down. Let's watch this.
Just going to get rotated. The toe gets kind of caught in the ground and rotating on that left knee. And you hope he's as flexible as he looked, because that didn't look good.
No. You hate to see a guy like that go down. Duke, of course, has a lot of depth at the wide receiver mark. They don't have another Connor Vernon.
No. This kid he had 12 catches for 134 yards against BC a year ago.
14 catches coming into this game. And he will go off. Test that knee. It's good that he goes off under his own power, and we'll see if he's going to be able to return.
Yeah, that's a good sign that he's walking off.
Seems to be walking stronger the farther he goes. And his teammate Donovan Varner is out there with him, walking into the slot position. Four wide outs and a single back here for Sean Renfrey, staring at 3rd down and 3. Duke trailing Boston College here 7-0. Stadium seats 44,500, probably at about 40,000 for today's game. Renfrey, play action, he's going to run it, and he's going to be shot by about a yard. Kevin Pierre-Louis made the stop on Vernon. Now he shuts down Sean Renfrey.
Well, this is part of changing up who you are. Remember, Boone's the guy that normally comes in and runs. This is a design run for Renfrey. Fake the quick screen to the right, run to the left, then run to the right with Renfrey. And so David Cutcliffe kind of going against the trend a little bit. In his self-scout, they've been a little bit too weighted in the direction of throwing it with Renfrey and running it with Boone, and he's gone against both those in this series.
I'll bring Alex King out for his 3rd punt this afternoon. He had one blocked. That set Boston College up in good field position. First time this season that's happened. And now we've got a stoppage of play.
By the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still remain 4th down.
Play of game will back it up.
Defense, Frank Spaziani was a little concerned about it stopping the run. You know, Frank realized he had a bunch of guys playing for him that had played some but had not played a lot. So he was leaning on guys that were a little green, and they've stood up pretty good against the run today.
Well, they have allowed in the first 2 games prior to this 4.7 a rush. It's a little high. King's kick, fair catch called for by Swigert. He'll line up down at the 14-yard line. And let's head to the sidelines after that 45-yard punt. Dave Baker.
Thanks, Steve. You know, so many red bandanas around here in the memory of Wells Crowther. His parents, Jefferson and Allison, are here with us, and he was a hero in the World Trade Center, the 10th anniversary this week. And Mr. Crowther, first, what's this whole week been like for you? I can only imagine just a torrent of different memories.
It's been really very emotional and emotionally draining. But, you know, we want to talk to everybody who asks, who comes up and talks to us. People recognize us because of the video.
Sure.
But it's for him. And I got to do everything I can. It's been a very busy week, but that's okay because his story is so incredible, and it's, you know, he's a true son of Boston College, a man or a woman for others, and he was a man for others on that awful morning. But you know, it's been incredible.
Ms. Crowther, it's an awful circumstance, but so many people now get to know the story of the kind of person you knew your son to be.
Yes, that's right. And it really warms our hearts that so many people embrace the story. We've gotten calls and emails from teachers and coaches all across the country. We've had media requests from around the world, France, New Zealand, Germany, following up on Wells's story. And so it's traveling, and we hope that the message of his story, we say the power works, the power of his story is how it's going to work within you to make a difference, to bring good into this world, because each one of us has the ability to do that.
Absolutely. Thank you both for sharing. God bless y'all. We'll keep you all in our thoughts and prayers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, Steve.
All right, thank you. Wells Crowther, of course, the Boston College lacrosse player who was working the World Trade Center on September 11th and saved so many people, but unfortunately he did not make it out of the World Trade Center in time. Boston College on their third play from scrimmage on 3rd and 6 looking for first down, and it looks like they've got it out over the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good throw by Reddick here. Man coverage in the secondary. He's able to get the ball out. Excellent catch by Swaggart right there. Well, it's a great story, Steve, when you start talking about Wells Crowther and what he did, and his family trying to find out what happened to him. It took forever for them to find out, and it was a conversation they heard with someone talking about this man that came out of nowhere with the red bandana on that saved their lives, and they found their son.
That's why they've been wearing the red bandana here. They wore them down in Central Florida last week. And right now this afternoon, of course, we see them all along Alumni Stadium. That's the end of the first from Boston.
Please enter code. System is disarmed.
Amy just got home.
Did you call?
No, my CPI InTouch system just sent me a message and picture.
Your security system does that? Wow. How's Amy doing coming home alone?
Oh, she's fine, and I feel a lot better now that we have CPI.
CPI, changing the way you look at security. Call today for installation in your home or business.
Character. Commitment. Excellence. Qualities that lead ACC student athletes to success. And a place amongst the nation's best in athletic competition and academic achievement. The official corporate partners of the Atlantic Coast Conference salute these young men and women as they carry on this proud tradition.
The path to financial freedom needs to be clearer. You want to be confident in your choices every step of the way. At BB&T, we've spent more than 135 years sharing our knowledge, helping clients manage their day-to-day finances and reach their long-term financial goals. When you're better informed, you head in a brighter financial direction. Talk to us today about where your money can take you and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, official bank of the ACC.
Advanced engine in its class, 50 horsepower, dual overhead cams, and fierce acceleration, the Gator XUV 825i will shatter your expectations.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone.
Help is is here. H.H. Gregg is the fastest growing appliance and electronics retailer in America. Let our smarter associates show you why with the latest appliances and electronics at the guaranteed lowest prices. Bigger selection, lower prices. Smarter associates. H.H. Gregg. We help.
Okay, this is it, the Bill Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Drive F-150 or Super Duty with 0 for 60 plus up to $2,000 or up to $6,000 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Emotional day, a home opener in the ACC for the Boston College Eagles, and right now they're on top of the scoreboard here. 7-0. They'll have the ball as we start the second quarter from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Steve Martin here along with Dave Archer and Dave Baker on the sidelines. Of course, in our studios, the ACC studios back in Charlotte, Danielle Trotta and Tommy Bowden watching the myriad of action today in the ACC. Busy day, especially non-conference. Here's Andre Williams, and he is blown up by Matt Daniels. Let's take a look at the first quarter stats here. It jumps right off the page, Dave. Time of possession, Boston College has not had it, but they haven't needed it.
No, they have not. And you look at third down conversions, Boston College has been able to convert 2 out of 3 times, and that bodes well for them. That's an area they struggled in the past. We're last in the ACC a year ago in converting on third down, so doing a little bit better job of that in the first quarter.
Lars Anderson is in the ball game along with Chris Pantale, double tight end set here for Chase Reddick on 2nd and 9. Reddick steps up, he'll carry, sees some room, has a first down. He's cut down by Walt Canty at the 43-yard line, but not before he's picked up 17 yards on the play.
Now, this is a part of the game that I think Chase brings to the game, that as he gets more and more comfortable playing quarterback and what he's seeing, he'll bring. Now, he's not going to break you down and run 70 yards for a touchdown, but what he will do is he'll run for first downs. And as any defensive coordinator will tell you, a quarterback that can get out of the pocket and extend drives breaks your back. Chase Reddick has those abilities.
Moves the chains, 1st and 10. Boston College at their own 42-yard line, and the problems that we saw them have in their first 2 games, especially against Central Florida last week, seem to be by the wayside, right? It's kicking pretty good. Here's Reddick. It's broken up by Johnny Williams, but a flag thrown on the play. The pass intended for Jonathan Coleman.
A lot of contact at the top of the route. Steve Coleman working against Johnny Williams. Williams, one of those guys that's a veteran player, hadn't started a lot of games, but has been in a lot of the battles for David Cutcliffe for Duke. But a lot of contact at the top of the route with Coleman, and this was a fairly easy call for the official to make.
Pass interference, number 37 in the defense. The ball replaced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
He moves it into Duke territory at the 43, 44.
Yeah. The play is to the left side, and we're going to see it right at the end. Williams is there just a little bit early before the ball gets there, but a lot of contact prior to the ball getting there. It really kind of inhibited Coleman from running his route. So the interference and the illegal contact all happened well before the ball even was turned loose.
Kimball is the setback. Double tight end set. 2 wide receivers. On 1st and 10. Play action for Reddick. Pass to Pantale is complete. Down to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4. Tanny on the tackle. Let's go to the sidelines with the latest on Connor Vernon. Here's Dave Baker.
Steve, we saw him get that knee twisted up just a little bit. The Duke training staff working on him on the side. They put a brace on his left knee, and then he went running to the Duke locker room twice as fast as Dave Archer runs when the check arrives. I think it was an unscheduled pit stop, but he's now back on the bench, and he'll be ready to go when the Blue Devils get the ball back.
Or the buffet line opens.
Yeah, Buzz knows me too well.
You get those alligator arms? All right, 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Reddick. Pass complete. Kimball. Out of the backfield. Kimball down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11. Ross Cockrell on the play. Moved the chains. Another Boston College first down.
Well, I think Dave Brock is doing a really good job of mixing things up. They have not shown a lot of the same looks. He's doing a good job. This is a good job by Reddick to find his check down, just Kimball in the flat. But when you have playing quarterback is so much about confidence, and you see Dave Brock right there taking over for Kevin Rogers, who's out. He's over on your right-hand side there. Kevin Rogers, a leave of absence here for some medical reasons, but Dave Brock, who's very familiar with his quarterback, and Chase Reddick, he recruited him, and he's really calling a good game for him right now.
Reddick back to throw, flushed out of the pocket, and he'll go down. Finishing the play there is Kenny Ananiki. Ananiki picked up his first sack last week. Justin Fox put the pressure on first.
Ananiki's going to come off the right side, but he had more than enough time, steps around, does a good job of keeping his shoulder square, and then Ananiki appears and blows up the quarterback for the sack. So excellent job of getting the Pats' third sack on the year.
4-yard loss on the play. You talk about Dave Brock. This isn't the first time around for him as an offensive coordinator. In fact, there's several people on the staff who have experience in that area. Here's Williams trying to stretch his play out and turn the corner. Butted out of bounds there by C.J. France. Aimed to the 32-yard line.
Really good job by Duke's defense to string things out. Yeah, well, you mentioned, Steve, that Brock had been an offensive coordinator before, of course, at Kansas State. So the transition for him from Kevin Rogers, who called the plays last week, to Dave Brock has been a fairly easy transition for him. Remember, offensive coaches are talking to when they're on the headsets anyway. And Brock stays upstairs, which is where he was a week ago. So the transition is not quite as big as you might think. But the thought process of how you call plays and then the order you call them is a little bit different.
Longest third down chance here for Boston College. They're 2 of 3 in that category, and they'll be short here at the 25-yard line. A gain of about 7. Bobby Swigert on the catch, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
That completion by Chase Reddick right there, smart play by the quarterback to get Frank Spaziani's team a chance to kick a field goal. They were out of field goal range prior to that kick, prior to that throw.
Nate Freeze, who was 2 for 4 in the season. His longest was 47 yards. He's looking at a kick of about 43 here. From the right hash, it's got the legs to make it. Nate Freeze puts it through the uprights, and Boston College scores on successive possessions for 43 yards out. 10:44 left in the first half. 10-0 BC.
At McAllister's, there's a whole lot that's new. And a lot that's not. Here's what's new. Here's what's not. New. Not. We think you'll like what we've made better. And what stayed exactly the same. McAllister's. Delicious is in the details. Win our sweet ride. Visit facebook.com/tfreaks for details and official rules.
GMC Truck Month. For all those times when precise control is critical to manage the load. For all those times when fuel economy is just as important as power and acceleration. We offer our best Sierra ever. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash allowance on Sierra, plus 1 year of SiriusXM satellite radio, including every NFL game.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do people use smartphones to do dumb things?
Send, that is the weekend.
Yeah, dog.
Will allow me to crack the bubbly. No man if I do.
There's a gentleman with a bro stash invited to this party.
Only if he's ready to rock.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Some car companies need celebrities in their commercials to try and convince you to buy one of their cars. Toyota thinks you'd get better advice from someone who actually owns one. I love my Camry. Looks great, gets good gas mileage. Who wouldn't want one? One of your own.
What should your next car be? Let a Toyota owner help you decide. There's no better time to get the 2011 Camry with 0% APR plus $500 customer cash.
ACC football is brought to you by Geico, by your Carolina Ford dealers, by Hardy, and by your local Toyota dealers. We got to bring it outside here today.
Big game today. Let's go Eagles.
They
go
are
BC.
cooking it up here at Boston College, and the hometown Eagles are putting it on the scoreboard. They've got a 31-yard pass reception by Taj Kimball, and now a 43-yard field goal by Nate Freeze. Ryan Quigley getting ready to kick. Jamison Crowder, you see on your screen right there, ready to receive for the Duke Blue Devils. Crowder with 10 kickoffs so far this season. That's a stat you don't want to see grow exponentially. You want to get two practice to kickoff returns.
Number of returns, not a good thing. It's a high number.
He's getting some practice, already returning two here today. And this is his third. And gets it out to about the 26-yard line. Positano on the stop. Champion presents home team tradition. To speak of pregame, well, the 150-strong Boston College band under the direction of Director of Bands David Healy starts off the pregame festivities here at Chestnut Hill. They'll do their traditional march across the campus on game day, and it's followed by a concert at Shea Field, where Eagle fans gather to tailgate before heading to Alumni Stadium for the kickoff. Join the conversation online. Show us your game face and share your game day traditions. Champion, it's how on first down. Gets it out to Varner, and a tackle made by Rudolph. Boston College, but they moved the chains. Connor Vernon is back into the ballgame. It's good to see him.
Duke struggles to run the football, so their version of the run is the screen game. Saw a screen there to Donovan Varner. Connor Vernon, a big part of that. We'll see Jamison Crowder catching the screens as well, but they've not been able to run it.
Got a timeout on the field called by Duke. They trail by 10. We'll be right back.
Concussions occur in all sports. A concussed player who toughs it out risks serious injury. If you suspect a player is concussed, remove him from action, no matter how it affects your pride or your game plan. Raise your concussion awareness at usafootball.com.
20 years of world-class golf. One great offer. Play 3 days of unlimited golf for $198. Our newly renovated courses offer a new level of quality and playability. Help us celebrate our tradition of world-class golf and unmatched service. Call 800-949-4444 for your RTJ Fall Getaway. Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. The original is still the best.
You ready for this? I just signed the whole family up for unlimited mobile-to-mobile minutes.
You're kidding. Where's that money coming from, Steve? Did it even cross your mind to ask your wife before signing us up for something so expensive? My mother was right. I should have married John Clark.
They were free. I got them when I signed us up for unlimited messaging.
Get more value from AT&T. Buy an unlimited messaging plan and call any U.S. mobile phone free. AT&T.
Okay, this is it, the Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Drive F-150 or Super Duty with 0 for 60 plus up to $2,000 or up to $6,000 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycon Sports, 70 stations strong across 26 states. We're glad you're with us. Duke with the football, 1st and 10. Donovan Varner on the bench. We'll show you how he got hurt. Now after that last play. It's going to be 1st and 10, Duke at their own 38-yard line. Sean Renfrey. Patrick Karanwune is in the backfield. He's the 3rd different Duke running back we've seen this afternoon. Renfrey throws, it's complete. Boston College territory at the 49-yard line. It's a 13-yard gain to Braxton. Rosatano with the tackle. Let's take a look at Donovan Varner and how he got hurt.
Well, he catches a little screen and comes back to the inside. Now, remember, Donovan Varner's 5'9", 175, and he's going back in there with a big eater's eat. And he took a big shot at the end of that. Rudolph makes a big hit at the end of that defensive lineman.
Renfrey off play action, going for it all down the middle of the field to Braxton. No chance whatsoever. Al Lewis Jean is down there step for step with him.
And Lewis Jean does a really good job of staying on top of the route. And that, by that I mean he never got outflanked or allowed the receiver to get behind. Did a good job of pedaling out and running at a deep angle and took away the throw.
He's a true freshman out of Brockton, Massachusetts, nearby. 2nd down and 10. Free to throw. It's Varner. He's back in. He's trying to drag the pile to the 43-yard line. Luke Kuechly makes the tackle. We're seeing some contributions from some true freshmen. Rosatano's one, and of course we just saw Al Lewis Jean. And there's Kuechly, the leader in the country in tackles. In fact, the ACC has 3 of the top 5, and so far today he's got 7.
24 consecutive games with 10-plus tackles.
I think you get there, Dan. 3rd down. Duke trailing by 10. High snap. Renfrey to the flats. Karanwune has it, has the 1st down, and maybe more.
Boy, how about the block by Donovan Varner? Now, I don't know if he's going to get flagged for this because there's a flag down. But Donovan Varner gets the key block on this play that springs Karanwune down the sideline.
It's a hold. It's coming back.
And it might be on Varner. I'm not sure. Cutcliffe did not like the call. Coach David Cutcliffe, he felt like he kept leverage, did not hold on the play at all.
Holding number 26 of the offense. 10 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. It remains 3rd down.
Wow, wiped out a 30-yard gain by Karanwune.
And Varner's in the slot to the right. You'll see number 26 appear right there. There's the block. It got just enough of the defender, DeVito. Watch number 26. Locks on, stock block, keep his shoulder. The official didn't like the look of it.
3rd down and 14 now for Duke. Blue Devils trailing here 10-0. Karanwune is in motion. Empty backfield now for Renfrey. Steps up, fires. It is complete to Vernon down the center of the field, and he's going to score a touchdown. Sean Renfrey paid for the pass as he is sprawled in the backfield. We have a flag down in the end zone for excessive celebration after he crossed the end zone. And that's an important distinction this year, but of more concern is the fact that Sean Renfrey is yet to get up off the turf.
Well, just completely poor play in the secondary on the throw because Renfrey bobbles the snap coming out. And he's late with the throw, but just misplayed by the BC safety. Renfrey's going to bobble the snap. See, he doesn't get the snap. Now he's going to be late with the throw. And the safety doesn't make the play on the ball. He kind of avoids the contact or tries to shield himself from being hit. And as it turns, the ball slips through.
Number 2 of the scoring team. The penalty will be enforced on the succeeding kickoff.
So the excessive celebration, let's see what that's all about. Well, just as Vernon gets into the end zone, his first touchdown of the season and his 8th career touchdown. The real concern is Renfrey, who is still sprawled out on the turf back at the line of scrimmage. You know, and the bobble of the snap allowed the pressure to get in on him, and thus he had to sit there and take the hit. He's up. Let's go to the sidelines and Dave Baker.
Steve, I think that speaks to the mental attitude that David Cutcliffe came into this game with. They only had one play over 30 yards all season long, and so they just had that 30-yard play that was taken back because of the hold. What does he do? He comes right back down the middle of the field, and Cutcliffe says he's tired of playing close. He's playing to win, and I think that play call shows it.
That's a good point, Buzz. I think that he wanted to free. We talked about it from the beginning. He wanted to free Renfrey up and let him throw the ball down the field based on what he saw coverage-wise. He makes a good read. The bobble of the ball allowed the pressure to get there, but it also provided an opportunity for the safety to make a play, which he did not, and Vernon scored.
Jeffrey is in there kicking the point after, and he gets it in place of Will Snyderwine. Connor Vernon takes this one down the center of the field, and he will score for Duke. We'll be back after this word from your local station.
This season, you need a truck like the Silverado to take on that list of yours. It's the Chevy season of doing. And there isn't a better time for a truck with checkmark after checkmark of pure doing power. Get to your Chevy dealer today, get the truck, and get that list done.
Some moments are too big to miss. Now you never have to. At Time Warner Cable, we're moving technology forward to bring you back to entertainment wherever you are. Call today and make the switch to the Time Warner Cable Double Play.
Okay, this is it, the Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Drive F-150 or Super Duty with 0 for 60 plus up to $2,000 or up to $6,000 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Fact, Chicken McNuggets are great.
Here we go.
Add the sauce, it's like the tick to the McNugget top. It's like the ping to the pong, the ding to the dong. And now with the new sauces, lips are even smackier, sweet's even spicier, slam's even dunkier.
Made with white meat chicken and now new sauces. For a limited time, get a 20-piece Chicken McNuggets for just $4.99.
I totally heard what you're saying.
The simple joy of making oohs ah here.
Time for a Hardee's update. 21st ranked Auburn at Clemson. Second quarter, home team making a comeback. Taj Boyd's second TD of the game. This one to Dwayne Allen, make it Auburn 21, Clemson 14. 18th ranked West Virginia at Maryland. Terps down, but not giving up. Right now, West Virginia 24, Maryland 10.
Thank you very much, Danielle. Big day in the ACC as the ACC has 4 teams hosting ranked teams. You just heard about 2 of them, Maryland and Clemson.
And you're talking about one of the top tight ends in the country, Dwayne Allen. He caught that touchdown pass from Taj Boyd. And Clemson climbs back into that game trying to defend their own backyard. But heck of a player in Dwayne Allen.
Later today, Ohio State at Miami. Of course, the big game, top-ranked Oklahoma at 5th-ranked Florida State in Tallahassee. All right, here comes the kickoff. Paul Asek ready to kick it away. Underneath it, Todd Kimball at the 20. And Kimball is held up at about the 35-yard line and brought down. Anthony Young-Wiseman in on the tackle. McAllister's Deli is giving away 2 lucky guests, and they're giving a Jeep Wrangler to 2 lucky guests. They're not giving 2 lucky guests away. Register at Facebook.com/T-Freaks for official rules, entry form, and great weekly tailgate prizes. That's Facebook.com/T-Freaks, and you could be a big winner. All right, we got another player down on the field here. We've had a couple. Donovan Varner was hurt. Connor Vernon was hurt. Vernon recovered to catch a 53-yard touchdown pass from Sean Renfrey. Then Renfrey was hurt.
Greer, number 22, It's collisioned right there. Looked like a shot in the side of the head. He may have gotten his bell rung there. I don't think anything from a standpoint of hurting a leg or anything. I think he just got his bell rung a little bit on the hit. But he rears up and making his way to the sidelines. That's a good sign.
True freshman Britton Greer from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Boston College will have the ball. They'll be sitting at their own 37-yard line. Well, the Duke Blue Devils, these two teams have accomplished one important thing today. Both of their highly rated quarterbacks have thrown touchdown passes for the first time this year. Chase Reddick on a 31-yard screen to Taj Kimball, and now Sean Renfrew. 53-yard pass down the middle to Connor Herman. Handoff goes to Rolandon Finch. They call him Deuce. And he gets more than a deuce. He gets about 6 yards on the play. It's up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, the reason the nickname, he's Rolandon Finch Jr. So he's the second. It's Deuce. Good step back move by Finch there. Step in the hole and get up the field. Sophomore, 210-pounder.
Of Indiana. Albany, Indiana. 2nd down and 4. Finch again. Gets the first down this time at the 48. Russ Cockrell in on the tackle. Look at the Eagles and how they scored last time down.
Well, it all started with the block punt. Excellent effort by Rossitano to get his right hand on the ball. Then a little scramble play, find Pentali in the middle of the field. He's able to get it down near the red zone. And then the little screen pass to Kimball. Perfect call by Brock versus the blitz. BC shoved it in the end zone.
There's Frank Spaziani. Of course, he's had to shuffle his staff up with a leave of absence granted to offensive coordinator Kevin Rogers because of health reasons. Dave Brock calling the game in the booth. The offensive coordinator, pass complete. It's going to be to Taj Kimball, who's been a pretty reliable receiver and back for him today. Out to the 42-yard line. Kelby Brown on the tackle. That's good enough for the first down. Gain of about 11.
Well, you mentioned Kimball. Kimball had not got a pass coming into the day, so did a good job of providing some outlets and some big plays for his quarterback. Boy, Chase Reddick looks so comfortable right now. I love the change of personnel groups. The play calling has been very good. They've been very good on first down, which has helped him.
Swigert is split wide out to the side. This is going to be Kimball on the carry, and he's hit right in the hole. And Campbell there getting up off it as well as Russ Cockrell. Hey, you want the latest info on your favorite ACC teams? So you'll have to track this weekend. Well, check out the team pages section of the ACC.com. It's brought to you by Toyota. See exclusive ACC video and features for content you can't find anywhere else. Visit the ACC.com. 2nd down and 7 now. Boston College at the Duke 41. Time over the middle, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Pentali as tight end, and he was short with a pass. He thought he had time and then had to hurry.
Well, Jim Knowles, defensive coordinator for Duke, dials up the pressure this time, and they do a good job of disguising it and then hitting it real late. And Chase Reddick was not able to sort things out. So good play by Duke to force BC into a 3rd long situation.
Boston College this afternoon 2 for 4 on 3rd down, and they're facing 3rd down and 7. Up 10-7, Reddick. 5-step drop. Pass is complete to Coleman, and he wrestles it away from Cockrell for the first down at the 25-yard line. Nice gain on the play of 12 and moves the chains for Boston College with 5:55 left in the half.
Now, good protection up front for Reddick. He's able to slide up in the pocket, and then Coleman working against man coverage against Cockrell, and good strong hands by the big receiver Coleman, 6'4", 210, squeezes the football and jerks it away from Cockrell in tight man coverage. That's a good. When you got a young quarterback, you'd like to see guys step up and make plays for you. And right now, BC's receivers are making plays for their quarterback.
Well, they're missing one. Of course, the biggest target of them all, 6'6", Ifeanyi Moma. He's out for the season after an injury last week. Here's Reddick to throw again. That one came out quickly and intended for Coleman. Johnny Williams covering on the play now for Duke. Closed captioning for ACC football is brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. Steve Martin, Dave Archer, Dave Baker here in Chestnut Hill. Of course, Danielle Trotta and Tommy Bowden in our ACC Network studios in Charlotte on a busy day in the ACC.
Remember on the second down, last time BC got down here was a screen pass.
Short drop, Reddick to carry, and he is tackled right there by Sidney Sarmiento. Sidney out of Florence, South Carolina. Here's sophomore.
This is a Duke defensive line that has had a tough time getting to the passer, and they're struggling again today. Good job by BC up front. We talked about BC and some of the inexperience up front. 2 starts by John Wetzel, the left tackle. Only 2 starts by Gallick, the center. 5 starts by the right guard, Ian White, number 62 right there. So they've been around the program. They just have not been on the field a lot. They're doing a pretty good job today.
They're down 10. Draw play doesn't go far. Kimball Finch rather, and shut down by Kenny Ananike. Tackle for loss brings the field goal unit on for Boston College.
Well, how about the closing speed by Ananike? He's going to come off the left side. Big number 84 closing on the draw play. Just excellent closing speed by the big defensive end. Over on the right side, right over here. Going to come back in this side. A little stunt. Going to shoot back to the inside, right on top of the draw play. Nice design there defensively.
It frees on for a 47-yard field goal attempt, and he's got it. Not by much. His career long is 49. That ties the season high. Boston College on the second Nate Freese field goal of the day with the lead. We'll take a timeout.
The latest ACC news, highlights, and analysis, all in your pocket. Introducing the official ACC mobile apps presented by Haviland. Available on Android, iPhone, and iPad. Download it for free today. Visit theacc.com/apps.
Choose Haviland synthetic or high-mileage products for your next oil change and receive a free pair of travel speakers. Go to Haviland.com for details. Haviland, protect what matters.
Long before a Cummins diesel engine powered a Ram truck, it roared to life out here and proved itself here and here. And it's now delivering best-in-class towing here and unsurpassed torque here. The Ram 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty covers you everywhere. The official truck of the Kentucky Derby. Ram.
As a business owner, you need to choose the financial direction that's best for you. To find a clear path to growth and success. At BB&T, we support businesses of all sizes with personal service and advice, sharing the sound financial knowledge we've gained over more than 135 years, so you can move ahead with confidence. Talk to us today about your business goals and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, official bank of the ACC.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone.
Help is here. H.H. Gregg is the fastest growing appliance and electronics retailer in America. Let our smarter associates show you why. With the latest appliances and electronics at the guaranteed lowest prices. Bigger selection, lower prices. Smarter associates. H.H. Gregg. We help.
Time for a Hardee's update. Clemson has come back to tie the ball game against the defending national champs under 2 minutes in the half. Taj Boyd gets it to Dwayne Ellington on the Auburn 2. Next play they convert. We're tied up at 21.
All right, Danielle, having a great one down there in Death Valley. And this one's heating up, too. Boston College on 2 Nate Freese field goals leads Duke 13-7. Brian Quigley will kick it off. And Jamison Crowder is waiting for his 4th kickoff return of the day. Beautiful sunny day here at Chestnut Hill. You couldn't ask for a better day for football. Temperature in the low 60s and a considerable breeze across the center of the field. Crowder at the 10. And Crowder set up to about the 28-yard line. And take a look at the linebackers of Boston College.
Kevin Pierre-Louis, number 24, almost intercepted the first pass of the game. And he's a tremendous athlete, does a great job of filling, making the play there. Excellent job. And then Luke Kuechly. What do you say about Luke? All he does is make hits all over the field. Sideline to sideline is Luke Kuechly. They've got a great tradition here at linebacker. Those two guys are carrying it on.
Kuechly, 183 tackles a year ago. Here's the first pass. It's going to be to Donovan Varner. And Varner is complete for a gain of about 7.5. Steele DeVito and Luke Kuechly in on the tackle.
Kuechly in the middle, number 40, does a good job of reading the quarterback's eyes. They play a lot of zone coverage here, so you got to be very disciplined at the linebacker spot. Kuechly watches a ton of film to try to dissect what's going on before the game ever starts.
Renfrey pass complete for the first down. And it's going to be to Varner yet again. Kuechly on the tackle.
Varner and Kuechly.
It's their show this afternoon.
Well, Kuechly does such a good job, like I said, of spending a lot of time getting ready to go. So he's a guy that's completely dialed into what Duke wants to do offensively.
That's out there in the flats is going to be ruled bobbled incomplete. For Juwan Thompson. He has a good nose for the football. And you talk about film study. He talked yesterday about getting too caught up in that stuff.
Yeah, he at some point you study so much that you don't react. He's reading, but then he begins to think about all the things he's seen, and he starts trying to dissect it. He wants to get back to reacting. He's trying to carry the whole load. We talked about how young this defense is. He's trying to make every play.
There's the pass, and Thompson leaves the scene of the crime before corralling the football in.
You can bet he knew number 40 was closing, too. Got the head around because he knew Kuechly was hunting the football, which is what he normally does.
He didn't realize it, but he had a little bit of running room back there.
It's funny, we talk about Kuechly to Frank Spaziani. We said, what is it about Kuechly? He said, geez, when you see him without his pads on, he looks like a bookworm. Got the glasses on, and he looks like some kid off to chemistry class.
But he's an avid sportsman. His family is big into the outdoors. Here's Renfrey with the pass. It is incomplete and dropped. We got a flag on the play. The intended receiver was Cooper Halford. Max Holloway was covering, but let's see what the call is going to be. It's in the secondary.
It's into that holding pass interference area on defense when it comes out of the secondary like that. As late as Renfrey threw the ball to the left sideline. Boy, Duke's got to catch the football. A couple of drop passes in this series.
3, in fact. 2 to Thompson, and that one by Cooper Halford. That may be saved by a penalty.
Pass interference. Number 2 of the offense. 15 yards from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Ooh, goes against Duke. Well, of course, it's a big day at the ACC, and coming up at halftime, Danielle and Tommy will have all the analysis, highlights, stats, and more, all coming up on the Hyundai halftime report. Reports on 3 other ACC games in progress today. Georgia Tech was leading Kansas last time we looked. Auburn and Clemson are tied. Maryland is trailing against West Virginia. Next week, we go to Maryland. We'll see what uniforms they decide to wear. They're in black today at home. And we'll have them against Temple in a key non-conference matchup. Temple playing very well. Al Golden helped build them. He's now in Miami. And of course, Randy Edsall, new head coach at Maryland's got it going. They had a big victory against Miami on Labor Day evening. They're fighting for their lives against arch rival West Virginia. Duke will punt on 4th and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Blocked by Rosatano again. It's going to roll out of bounds inside the 20. But, boy, it was almost blocked for the second time today. The official ACC mobile apps are now available for iPhone, iPad, and Android. Now you get live streaming of all ACC network football telecasts, along with live stats from all conference games, video features, breaking news, score alerts. It's all there. You don't have to be at home. Download today by visiting the ACC.com/apps. And today's the day you want to carry the ACC around with you. 43-yard punt, no return, ball at the 13-yard line on a beautiful day here in the Boston area. 1st and 10. Williams alone setback. He'll get the handoff. What's going on there? Tackle made by Charlie Hatcher. Hatcher, the 5th-year senior, most experienced defensive lineman that Duke's got.
Yeah, started 23 of the last 24 up front for Duke, and Duke's done a pretty good job against the run. Really has done a good job of preventing BC from being multidimensional. Let's go down to Dave Baker.
Hey, Arch, as you take a look at this Duke defensive line, you talked about it. Not a lot of experience, but Rick Petrie, according to David Cutcliffe, is one of the best technicians in terms of teaching defensive line play. 11 guys that they're rotating in, not only to get them experience, but to try to hide them and take the wear and tear off of them. Keep them fresh.
Right now, they're chasing down Reddick, but he finds a man out there, Lars Anderson, complete to the 36-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 17 yards from the 19. August Campbell in on the tackle for the Duke Blue Devils.
I mentioned Chase Reddick's athleticism, and I think as his mind frees up of what they're trying to do, the athleticism will come out. This is certainly an outstanding play. Finds Pentali down the middle field with Kelby Brown blitzing from the backer spot. Just a good job of Reddick to stay alive and find Pentali. That's the second time we've seen him move in the pocket and find his big tight end.
We talked to him yesterday. Is he a California kid or what?
A little laid back.
Yeah, very. Reddick fires. Pass complete to Larman. And Johnny Williams can't bring him down. They finally stop him inside the 10 at the 6-yard line.
The California kid is flat slinging it right now. This is a on-the-line deep post route. He just guns it down the middle to Larman. Boy, what an excellent throw. And then Larman, with the size, 6'4", 210, drags Johnny Williams about 15 yards down the field.
BC calls timeout after the 55 or 57-yard pass play. The last 20 of it made by Larman as he carried Johnny Williams downfield with it. Boston College called for time. They have the ball in the red zone now with 1:26 to go. Colin Larman Jr., 4th-year junior out of Whippany, New Jersey. Missed all of last season with injury. He's timely on the scene without Ifani Momar, who's out of the lineup for the season. All right, we're getting ready to put the ball in play at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7 for Boston College. Williams in the backfield. And off to Williams. Hit by Kelby Brown, but he won't stop him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Score again, this from 7 yards out.
I mentioned, Steve, at the top what a banger Andre Williams is. 220 pounds now, and you better wrap him when you get there. Kelby Brown has a tough time getting the arms around him, and the big back pounds it in the end zone. Not quite as much shake as you see with Montel Harris, I'm sorry. But Andre Williams pounds it in. Yeah, big miss there, too.
Nate Freeze, and that keeps the score at 19-7. Boston College with 3 scores in the second quarter, 2 on field goals. And a running play by Andre Williams following a big 57-yard hookup. Let's take a look at that touchdown. Kelby Brown will regret this missed hit.
Well, here's Andre. He's going to take the stretch play right here. Here's Kelby Brown right here. He flows across, and he's where he needs to be. Just make the play.
There's the hit.
It's just runs through the tackle. Good job of scraping by Kelby Brown, the linebacker. He's right where he's supposed to be. He fits properly against the run, but a good job of running hard by the big back.
I know it's your kind of party. Country music superstar Jason Aldean opened up our network game today on the ACC network with his hit single, My Kind of Party, from his album of the same name. Last week, he was nominated for 5 CMA Music Awards. This week, My Kind of Party went double platinum, so congrats to Jason Aldean, now a multi-platinum artist. That happens to guys in groups that get on this telecast. Next thing you know, their career just blows up. Crowder is all set to receive. I know your senior career will get a big lift.
Yeah, don't hold your breath on that one. Double platinum's pretty good, though.
Can't get that out of the shower, I'll tell you that. Danny Parker tackled there by Keithley on the squib kick. Big day in the ACC. We have 4 ACC teams hosting ranked teams. Of course, 21st ranked Auburn is at Clemson. And of course, you got West Virginia taking on Maryland. But the big battle is the top 5 tussle in Tallahassee. And that is Oklahoma at Florida State. The Stoops brothers go after each other. Mark, of course, D.C. at Florida State. And then, of course, another Sunshine Showdown. Ohio State, 17th in the country, at Miami. Ja'Cory Harris will start this week. Sean Spence returns. And lots of other things going on as well. A pass upfield, incomplete, intended there for Vernon. And Keithley had a chance there. Roughing the passer call coming.
Yeah, possibly a roughing the passer here. 2 BC defenders arrived just as Renfrey let it go.
Personal foul. Number 92 striking with the helmet on the quarterback while he's on the ground. 15 yards in the play. First down.
That's Dylan Quinn. It stops the clock with 1:10 left. And there's the scoring drive. 4 plays. 82 yards, 57 of it to Larmon, 56-yard pass, and Williams gets the run from 7 yards out. Pass complete in a crowd. Varner gets away from people and then falls ahead to the 42-yard line. The clock continues to roll. Now Duke still has 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, Duke's just got to catch the football. They're throwing the zone buster routes, and now Duke will burn a timeout here at the BC 43. But just Renfrey's doing a good job distributing the football. Remember the last series of downs, Duke dropped 3 footballs. 3 well-thrown balls by Renfrey were dropped. They have to catch it because they have to be perfect against this zone coverage because they're not going to give up a lot of throws down the field. So you've got to take care of those underneath throws to move the chains.
David Cutcliffe, of course, a longtime offensive coordinator at Tennessee, where he ran into a young man by the name of Peyton Manning, molded him into a quarterback.
Cut's done a good job of coaching guys in the past. Boy, he has dialed in some big-time passers in his career.
And he is still talking day-to-day with Peyton Manning. He said last week he received 20 emails in one day from Peyton. He's trying to get through his injury situation, but he's had some great 3,000-yard passes. You see the list there. Thaddeus Lewis at Duke. Sean Renfrey knocking on the door. Second down and about 5. Stands there, fires wide open. Helfet. Good for the first down at the 23-yard line. That'll stop the clock to reset the change. Duke has 1 timeout remainder. Sean Sylvia makes the stop. They'll set the change quickly, and Renfrey will step up to the line again. Blue Devils down 12. Got a whistle, flags all over the place. They will say it was not a coordinated movement, to say the least. Al Hill.
False start. Number 79 offense. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
Well, Kyle Hill draws the penalties. This is 39th consecutive start at left tackle. And, you know, these are the kind of mistakes you just don't want to make. You're having a tough enough time moving the football. You can't afford to give up 5 yards. You got to hold your water and hang in there. I think Cut's upset at that.
And under 1 minute, there will be a 10-second clock run off. Please put 44 seconds on the clock.
This year on the penalty, you take an extra 10 seconds off inside the final minute of play. The penalty's there, so it's extra costly, not only yardage, field position, but time off the clock as well. 44 seconds left first half. Renfrey to the flats, complete Thompson. Thompson gets back to where the original gain for Helfet was at the 24-yard line. Tackle made by DeVito and Keekley.
I think what Cut's talking to the official about a little bit here now is that he doesn't like the way his receivers are getting bumped off in the slot. BC's being very physical with his slot receivers, and I talked about how they like to throw those zone buster routes, meaning they hook between the backers or in the slot, and he doesn't like the fact that BC's getting really physical with his receivers and knocking them off their routes, and he's not getting any interference calls or illegal contact calls down the field on some of his receivers.
Duke is taking their final timeout. Next Saturday, the ACC Network heads to College Park as Temple takes the short trip down from Philly to take on Maryland. Terps looked impressive in their opening win against Miami. Quarterback Danny O'Brien, ACC Player of the Week as a result. Now they come back to the line here in Chapel in Chestnut Hill.
I like that they broke out 2 different uniforms for the warm-ups and in the game. That's pretty good.
Well, they're in black today against West Virginia. Here's Renfrey on second down. Pass is complete. Touchdown. Connor Vernon right down the middle of the field.
And all of a sudden, for Duke, you begin to see the abilities of Sean Renfrey, number 19, the quarterback. His ability to stand in there tall and let it fly. He's got a big arm. You just see the confidence growing each and every throw. What they want to do is try to limit how much he fluctuates up and down the confidence scale. But when he has the confidence and the ability and stands in and slings it, he can get it done with the best of them.
Jeffrey Eas, he kicks it right down the pipe, point after. Eas subbing for Will Snyderwine, who has a sore ankle and has missed 4 field goals this season. Let's take a look at the pass.
You got to love Connor Vernon. Remember, he leaves the field with a knee injury, and you didn't know how severe it was going to be. Well, all he's done is come back and catch 2 touchdown passes, and both of them right down the middle. He knows he's going to take a shot at the end of this. Tough kid, makes a big-time catch again for his quarterback.
It's his second reception of the day. 1 of 53, this one of 24, and Duke on the board and just 5 back. And now take a look at Nate Freeze's miss for the point after. Makes it a little bigger here.
I think Renfrey really bounced back after that roughing the passer call. I think he got a little chip on his shoulder there. I think that he may have woken up a sleeping beast inside Sean Renfrey a little bit. I think he got challenged physically a little bit, and he didn't like it. So he stood up and made a couple of big throws there, and I think he was pumping his fist as he left the field. I think that meant a lot to him that he responded. I think that the team is going to go as far as Sean Renfrey can take him.
Well, Renfrey took 2 hits. There's the drive. 24-yard reception, 21-yard reception by Vernon. His second touchdown catch of the day. 4 plays, 63 yards. Paul Asack getting ready to kick off. We'll keep it on the ground. Return is up to about the 28-yard line. It's going to be Andre Lawrence who picks it. Yeah, we talked about Montel Harris not playing. Of course, he's still nursing that knee injury. He's the active leading rusher in the ACC in the second in BC history at 3,600 yards. He needs 1,002 to catch Ted Brown, the legendary back of NC State University, who set that mark back in 1973 and stood ever since. But he was a workhorse of a back, Dave. He was a guy who could carry it 25 times, and they don't have that type of back here right now. They've done it by committee with Kimball and Williams. BC will take a knee, and they will run out the clock here at the end of the first half. With the lead, 19-14. May have to do it one more time. I don't think so. So Boston College will recover in the locker room. They are holding a 5-point lead as the clock runs out on the closing seconds. And the BC Eagles lead a determined Duke team that knows they can score in Boston College. And they've got a quarterback in Sean Renfrey who stepped up after 2 huge hits in the second quarter and delivered touchdown passes, both of them, to Connor Vernon. A strong first half and an entertaining one from both teams that we've seen. And our Dave Baker is down on the sidelines with Boston College head coach Frank Spaziano.
Frank, it looked like your offense really got clicking early and you had some good rhythm, maybe better than you've had all year.
At Transamerica, we are the tomorrow makers.
Maybe they weren't ready for and stuff, and we got to execute, and we certainly have to run the ball a little bit better. But we put team points up. So need to do it again, it looks like.
One thing they were able to do, though, is find some holes right down the middle of the defense in the back end.
Well, that's correct. No, it's not good. So we're going to shore that up, or else we're going to be in for a long second half.
All right, thanks, Frank. We appreciate it. Frank Spaziani, his club, they go to the locker room as they lead at 19-14. Let's take it back now to the ACC Network studios. Danielle and Tommy.
Thanks so much, Dave Baker. Happy to have Coach Tommy Bowden here for the Hyundai Halftime Report. I'm Danielle Trotta, here to break down all the big games going on in the ACC. At the half, we just saw the Duke Blue Devils in Boston College. Both teams 0-2 and fighting for the first win of the season badly. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
Danielle, a couple of good plays on offense. They both played pretty good on defense. That's been the story of the game.
Right now, the Eagles' defense making it tough for Duke quarterback Sean Renfrey. His numbers, 20 of 26, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one's close, but some work to do. BC 19, Duke 14. A lot more coming up.
Duke is a place where opposites attract. We are structured and open-ended. We are classic and immediate. We are theoretical and realistic. We are local and we are global. We are spirited and thoughtful. We learn, we act, we put knowledge in service to society. We are Duke University.
I'm LPGA golfer Jennifer Johnson, and I'm proud to stand alongside Navistar to serve those who serve with the Wounded Warrior Project at this year's Navistar LPGA Classic Tournament.
Over 40,000 of our country's brave men and women have been wounded in Iraq and Afghanistan. During the Navistar LPGA Classic Tournament, Navistar and Jennifer Johnson are raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project.
Show them you care by donating today.
Text WWP to 90999.
You could save a bundle with Geico's multi-policy discount. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance. Geico, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Sitting in the rear seat, you can chill your drinks, get a massage, put your feet up, and watch DVDs. Sitting in the rear seat, there's really only one thing you can't do. Drive. The Equus from Hyundai.
Welcome back to the Hyundai Halftime Report here at the ACC Network Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. Danielle Trotta alongside Coach Tommy Bowden. We're calling it Showdown Saturday on Week 3. The ACC having to play against some of the top-ranked teams in the country. So far, so good for 21st-ranked Auburn versus Clemson in Death Valley. Coach, you got to be impressed that the Tigers were down early. We were like, uh-oh, what's happening? But they didn't give up. It's now tied at the half.
And Danielle, the most impressive thing to me right now has been twice Clemson has come back from 14 points down versus the defending national champions. That tells a lot about the team.
We have a lot of scores to catch you up on. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. In Death Valley, always an exciting place to play. How many people in the stands, Coach?
Be about 83,000.
83,000 loud! 21st ranked Auburn at Clemson. And the Auburn Tigers strike first. Michael Dyer opens it up on a 52-yard touchdown run.
This is what the misdirection of Auburn allows you to do. All of a sudden, concentrate on the perimeter, the back shoots up the middle.
This would be Mr. Emery Blake on the 36-yard strike. All of a sudden, Auburn up 14-0. Does panic set in for the Tigers? Oh, no. They respond with sophomore quarterback Taj Boyd getting it to DeAndre Hopkins. Then Auburn, though, They continue to rack them up. Dyer scoring on his second touchdown, 1-yard run, 21-7. Then what happens to Clemson?
I tell you, both teams have done a great job of mixing the run and the pass. Here, Taj Boyd hitting Dwayne Allen in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. But again, the combination of the run and the pass, here Andre Ellington right up the middle against a veteran offensive line Clemson has.
Clemson 6 of 9 on third down versus Auburn's defense. Coach, this is something we were all looking at. The new offense that Clemson has now adapted. Are you impressed?
Well, that's kind of why they hired Chad Morris to score points. And be able to come down twice by 14 points, I thought Chad Morris was well worth the money that he's being paid right now.
Keys to the second half, Coach.
Well, to me, it's going to be turnovers. Both teams have performed really, really well. If they don't turn the ball over, it's been a really crisp game so far.
We'll keep you updated. Still a lot more to talk about coming up on the Hyundai Halftime Report.
Okay, this is it, the Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. And Ford Ranger gets the best mileage of any pickup in America. Talk about your haymaker.
Get 0 for 60 or up to $5,500 cash back plus a 5-year extended powertrain warranty. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
It's football time for Tar Heel and Pack fans, and we're bringing the battle for bragging rights to KFC. Choose your ultimate fan bucket and get 10 pieces of chicken, just $10. Original recipe, $10. Extra crispy, $10. Grilled, $10. Mix all three, $10. For the perfect tailgate party, get the 10-piece ultimate fan bucket, only $10.
Offer. Play 3 days of unlimited golf for $198. Our newly renovated courses offer a new level of quality and playability. Help us celebrate our tradition of world-class golf and unmatched service. Call 800-949-4444 for your RTJ Fall Getaway. Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. The original is still the best.
Emily's just starting out and on a budget, like a ramen noodle every night budget. She thought Allstate car insurance was out of her reach until she heard about the value plan. Dollar per dollar, nobody protects you like Allstate.
Machines can't eat it, machines shouldn't make it, and that's just the way it is. The new hand-breaded chicken filet sandwich from Hardee's.
GMC Truck Month. For all those times when precise control is critical to manage the load. For all those times when fuel economy is just as important as power and acceleration, we offer our best Sierra ever. During GMC Truck Month, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash allowance on Sierra, plus 1 year of SiriusXM satellite radio, including every NFL game.
Presents the best of the ACC. On the ground, Virginia Tech's David Wilson is averaging an incredible 150 yards rushing per game. How about Clemson's Andre Ellington, the only other running back in the conference to an average of over 100 yards per game. In the air, Wake Forest, Tanner Price leads the ACC with 293 yards per game after a stellar performance last week against NC State. How about Florida State's E.J. Manuel? He's hot on the heels at the 2 spot, and that's Geico's best of the ACC. Speaking of E.J. Manuel, he has probably the biggest game of his life coming up tonight in just a little bit as number 5 ranked Florida State hosts number 1 Oklahoma in Tallahassee. Games at 8 o'clock tonight. Coach, let's talk about the historical significance. All day we've been talking about how big this day is for the entire conference to get on the radar of some of the other major conferences in the country. It's a day that everybody is watching. How big is it for Florida State to show up against number 1 Oklahoma?
Well, Danielle, it's going to be very important that they make a good showing. You know, as you watch these games today, how many times you've heard people allude to the Florida State-Oklahoma matchup? As the day goes on, the game magnifies. Therefore, Florida State must produce. They got and need to do it for the conference. You don't know how these games we're seeing today are going to come out, but they need to produce.
Coach, what have the coaches been game planning for all week against the Oklahoma Sooners? We know it's a very fast-paced offense, no huddle. It's going to be loud in there, which is also going to be a factor and play into the Seminoles' hands. What have the Seminole coaches been preparing their kids for most?
Well, the biggest thing I think you kind of mentioned in your question is the speed of the Oklahoma offense. What they have to do now is go out and practice, find a scout team that can somehow imitate the speed of Oklahoma offense. It's hard to do because those guys are third-teamers and walk-ons and down-the-line guys, but they've got to give a speed that they can create on Saturday.
There's a lot of energy in the air right now. There's a whole day that these kids have to sit through until they get to an 8 o'clock kickoff. So my question for you, what do they do until then?
Well, you know, both teams have already had a brunch about 10 o'clock in the morning. Then after that, they'll probably meet for about 2 hours. Then the coaches and players, they do what we're doing. They watch games. 4 hours before the game, a pregame meal. The coaches will be nervous, and they won't eat much all day.
You never ate much or slept much, right?
No, I threw up more than I ate.
A lot of the folks dealing with those same things in Tallahassee, I'm sure. A lot of impressive play for Boston College. Right now, they're on top of Duke, 19-14.
Okay, this is it, the Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. And Ford Ranger gets the best mileage of any pickup in America. Talk about your haymaker.
Get 0 for 60 or up to $5,500 cash back plus a 5-year extended powertrain warranty. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
It's football time for Tar Heel and Pack fans, and we're bringing the battle for bragging rights to KFC. Choose your ultimate fan bucket and get 10 pieces of chicken, just $10. Original recipe, $10. Extra crispy, $10. Grilled, $10. Mix all three, $10. For the perfect tailgate party, get the 10-piece ultimate fan bucket, only $10. So whether your sky is Carolina blue or your blood is Wolfpack red, KFC's $10 bucket is the perfect play call. Today is a KFC day, and today tastes so good.
Leave a message. We're waiting at the gate. You've got the presentation. Where are you?
Want fast downloads? Done. Want maximum bandwidth? Done. Want internet that moves as fast as you do? Done. Introducing wideband and home Wi-Fi. Together, only from Time Warner Cable. Call or click now for maximum download speeds.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento with up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before. And right now, lease the 2012 Sorento for $249 a month.
There's a lot of excitement in the ACC, and you can find a lot of it online. It's the ACC Road Trip powered by John Deere Gator XUV. That's your host, Tommy Kane. He does a lot of cool stuff you'll want to check out. He went to the National Mall in Washington, saw the Declaration of Independence, and spent a rainy Labor Day in Maryland when they hosted Miami. This week, he'll be in Tallahassee for the big game, so make sure you log on to see all the fun. It's at theacc.com/road trip. A lot of road trips for nationally ranked teams coming into the ACC today. We're calling it Showdown Saturday, a chance for the Atlantic Coast Conference to make a big impression on the rest of the country. Thanks so much for joining us on the Hyundai Halftime Report. Danielle Trotta, joined by Coach Tommy Bowden. Coach, 4 games to get to 2. We'll rip through the highlights, and then I want your take on how the ACC is doing so far. We start with Kansas traveling to Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets enter the game 2-0, off to a good start for week 3. Junior Orrin Smith, he's going to the house. 95-yard touchdown run. Georgia Tech on top, 24 over Kansas, who's racked up 17. Now to Duke at Boston College. A conference clash in Chestnut Hill today. BC quarterback Chase Redding on the 57-yard pass to Colin Lombard sets up the 7-yard touchdown run by Andre Williams. It's been close, but BC up a little bit, 19-14. Your thoughts on those two games, Coach?
Well, right now you've got a ranked Auburn team and Clemson tied with them. You've got a ranked West Virginia team and Maryland playing them close, plus Georgia Tech beating an improved Kansas team. So I like the improvement so far of the ACC.
And now we go to 21st ranked Auburn, who traveled to Clemson today in Death Valley. That place is rocking, and they have a lot to cheer for. Tie ball game. Sophomore Taj Boyd not giving up the fight. 23-yard pass to tight end Dwayne Allen sets up the 2-yard touchdown run by Andre Ellington. They were down, Coach, but right now 28-21.
Yeah, the biggest thing is Clemson's ability to fight back, and that's what you like seeing a team down, and they keep coming back, West
Virginia just piling it on Maryland right now. The score 34-10. Maryland's got some work to do besides those uniforms. I liked them week 1, Coach. I didn't like the uniforms week 2, but of course they have 32 different options for us to keep on guessing and deciding whether we liked them or not. Coach, do you like how the ACC is doing overall on Showdown Saturday against nationally ranked opponents?
Right now, Danielle, they're doing well, and this is what the ACC wanted to be. National stage on national TV and playing well in some very high-caliber, high-profile games. So right now, the ACC is faring well.
Let's talk a little bit more about West Virginia versus Maryland, the 18th ranked Mountaineers at the Terrapins' hometown. I'm wondering if Maryland got off to the slow start they did, maybe a little dust to wear off. They haven't played since September 5th on Labor Day opening weekend against Miami. Could that be a factor to the Terps' slow first half play?
Danielle, there's no doubt that when you take a week off like that, you're not as sharp or crisp as you would be had you played a game. Unfortunately, right now, Maryland's playing like their uniforms look.
Well, hopefully that starts to turn around, and we're going to send you back to Chestnut Hill in just a second. Duke still looking for their first win of the season, as is Boston College. Once again, a final thought on what the Blue Devils and the Eagles have to do for either one to secure a victory.
Well, as we mentioned, they're playing pretty good on defense. It's which team doesn't turn the ball over. The game is so close. A turnover will be a huge factor, I think, and sway it one way or the other.
Boston College 0-2 for the first time since 1994, but after that, they ripped off 7 straight runs. See if they can do that again in 2011. We'll take you back to Chestnut Hill after the break.
During my years at Boston College, I won a Goldwater Scholarship to pursue research on the human brain.
I was named a delegate to the UN Conference on Climate Change.
I won the Truman Scholarship to improve the way medicine is practiced.
We launched a startup to help reduce energy consumption. I won an NCAA award for helping teens in developing countries.
I research immigration trends on 3 continents.
Together, we are working to make the world a better place.
What will you do?
I'm a ref being chased out of town after the worst game of my career. You forget one down, and the whole stadium turns on you. And if you have credit rate insurance, it may not pay for all this. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. Posted. You taking pictures? Go back to sleep, man.
Share it faster with the HTC Status, the only phone with a Facebook share button that glows anytime you take a photo, video, or anything else worth sharing. AT&T. Rethink possible.
USNews.com called it as luxurious as a Lexus LS 460. Automobile Magazine exclaimed, it's such an easy car to like. And Motor Trend said it has forever changed the perception of Hyundai. Perception might just become reality when you see this. Presenting the 385 horsepower, 25 mile per gallon Hyundai Genesis. Welcome to reality.
Cheering on their favorite team, and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cone.
Gets it back. 15, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Boston College.
That's the voice of the Boston College Eagles, John Peter Farrell. We're dressed up to party today, and the offense is seeing quite a party this afternoon. David, it's pretty much as we expected with two good throwing quarterbacks.
Yeah, really clean football game. Neither team has created any problems for themselves. They've moved it. Defenses have stiffened, but it's really come down to Chase Reddick making plays, 11 of 16, 182 yards the first half, and Sean Renfrey, 20 of 26 for 208. Both guys chucking it around.
Let's have a look at our GMC halftime stats, and the thing that jumps right at you is the evenness of these two teams, especially in total yards.
Yeah, and the third down conversion's very much even too, right around 50%. That's what you like to be.
So it is Boston College up by 5, 19-14. Let's into the sidelines and Dave Baker.
David, you really wanted to go downfield with your quarterback today, and I thought you did it awfully well the first half.
Well, we have. We've been aggressive. And until they dictate differently, we're going to maintain that aggressiveness. But Boston College has got a lot of real fine defensive football players. If we could avoid some penalties in the first half, this may be a different ball game. But we got 30 minutes. We had a little better spirit in the locker room after scoring late. Let's go see what happens.
I thought Sean kind of got his back up a little bit after he took that big hit and came out with something to prove.
Yeah, he did. He got a little shot in the back, and all the doctors were out there looking at him, and nobody had told him it was a touchdown pass. And being the medicine man I am, I went out and told him it was a touchdown pass. He immediately got better.
Amazing. Thanks, Scott. Best of luck second half. That's David Cutcliffe, Steve.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. And far be it for David Cutcliffe to leave any stone unturned in the motivation of his quarterback.
You think about the guys this guy's tutored, the Manning brothers, Thaddeus Young, who was there before Sean Renfrey. I mean, he knows how to get quarterbacks motivated, knows how to turn them loose.
There's a report card now. Reddick, 11 of 16, as Dave said, 182 and a touchdown. Nate Freeze, of course, has 2 field goals, but a missed extra point. Swigert at the 3. And a kick by Paul Azek and a great tackle to get him down. That's by Brandon Braxton, and he's flattened at the 13-yard line. So here comes Chase Reddick, and this is what he's done in the first half.
Well, Chase did a really good job of throwing the football to a lot of different receivers. This was the screen pass. That was a great call by Brock to get him in the screen. But his athleticism has extended some drives, ran for a couple first downs, and we saw his arm strength. This big throw to Larmon right down the middle led to their last touchdown. He's played really clean. He's done a good job of taking care of the football. He's been impressive so far.
That's been the biggest play of the day for Boston College. Here comes Andre Williams on first down. Sheds Cockrell's tackle attempt and is knocked out of bounds at the 23, and then there's a penalty flag thrown in at the end of the play. It's nearly a 9-yard gain, a tackle by Matt Daniels.
I think this is leading with the helmet on helmet. This is something we're going to see a little bit more of, calls throughout the country trying to protect these players.
Personal foul, illegal helmet contact, number 40 of the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Well,
what would normally be a clean hit, watch the helmet. See, leading with the crown of the helmet, and that's going to be called more and more this year. This is a play that he's not a defenseless player or anything like that. They just want to eliminate leading with the crown of the helmet. Daniels, obviously, they're one of their top. He is their top tackler.
Well, David Cutcliffe mentioned the penalty problem, and that's the 8 for 64 yards. They've had at least 3 major penalties called on them thus far today. 1st and 10. Pushes the ball out to the 38-yard line. Reddick down the middle of the field. And a man out there, Swigert, but gunned it too far.
Yeah, that's one that he will dream about tonight. He had Swigert right open. That's probably a touchdown. And this is where, again, growing as a quarterback, learning how to throw certain routes. Swigert is wide open down through the middle of the field. He doesn't have to gun that. He can take a little bit off and just make sure he puts it on the receiver. And Swigert probably scores for him. So it's all about learning on the job for Chase Reddick.
And he's working on his 3rd offensive coordinator in 2 years. Gary Tranquil, Kevin Rogers, and now Dave Brock. At some time, and now the pocket closes down quickly, and a sack, the second of the day. Kenny Ananiki leading the charge.
Ananiki's been active today. Boy, he has been all over the quarterback. I think that's his second sack of the day, fourth on the year. But it's a good job, again, coming off that left side. More than enough time for Reddick to get it out of there. Good job in the secondary by Duke. And, you know, and let's clarify for Reddick, had Crankwell last year, Kevin Rogers, the offensive coordinator this year. They did not change offenses with Brock becoming the play caller, but 3 different play callers, which there is some adjustment to that for the young quarterback.
So it'll be third down coming in about 15. Ball at the 33. Boston College, they're up 19-14. Reddick to throw. Looking for the flats for Coleman, and it's going to be incomplete. And then bring the punting unit on as Johnny Williams covers. ACC football is brought to you in high definition by H.H. Gregg. Larger selection, lower prices, smarter associates. H.H. Gregg, we can help.
Boy, excellent series by Duke's defense to try to set the tone for the second half right there. 3 and out.
Back to receive Ryan Quigley's punt. It's a good one. Fair catch called for. Beautiful punt. Drives him back to the 16-yard line on the play. Sean Renfrey in the first half had himself a pretty good afternoon.
Yeah, 20 of 26, 208 in the first half, and it was his ability to try to keep plays alive. But it was this hit right here. He got hit in the chin, got knocked to the ground right there, the big hit. Went to the sideline. That's when Coach Cutcliffe walked over and said, hey, by the way, you threw a touchdown. And he popped up and then led him back down the field again and found Connor Vernon for his second touchdown throw of the day. Had a nice first half.
Thompson's the setback now. First and 10 at the 17-yard line. A 51-yard Ryan Quigley punt. Puts Duke back in their own territory. Vernon sheds 1 tackle out to the 25-yard line, and it'll be a gain of close to 8. Take a look at Duke's report card. Renfrey, 20 of 26, 208 and a touchdown, 6 runs, 27 pass. So forget for establishing the run this afternoon. Neither team has done it really.
Yeah, and I think that it's been tough for David Cutcliffe to try to establish run. That's why he used a lot of screens that's going to offset for Renfrey his throws down the field.
Here's a run by Juwan Thompson, and he breaks a hole. Kuechly runs him down at the 35-yard line, but it's going to be a gain of close to 10 and picks up the first down. Help on the play from Connor O'Neill.
Well, excellent start here for Duke. Mentioned the 3 and out their defense provides for the team, and then come right out and get a first down, and they're off and running. So Duke establishing the tempo here to start the second half.
We talked about Montel Harris missing from Boston College. Desmond Scott is missing with an injury from Duke. There's the pass, batted away, and batting it away, Steele DeVito.
Well, Steele DeVito is coming with pressure, and he's going to elevate. He realized the ball's coming out quickly, so he gets his hands in the air right here and bats it down with the left hand. Really a good job by Steele DeVito to realize he wasn't going to get to the passer, so how can I affect the play? And he bats the ball down.
Second down and 10. Looking at Varner in the slot, looks him off, comes to Thompson, and Thompson gets up to about the 41-yard line. Luke Kuechly in coverage after a gain of 6 out to the 41.
Well, what this BC defense will do is it will test your patience, because they play a ton of zone coverage, and they play an umbrella type coverage, a 2-deep coverage, try to keep everything in front of them. So you got to be very precise, because you know you're going to get 5-6-yard throws, and now you're going to be facing a third medium to try to convert an extended drive.
On the way, Kuechly picked up his 11th tackle. 24 straight games of double-figure tackles in his career coming in. Renfrey to throw on third. Looking upfield, has Vernon complete for the first down in Boston College territory at the 38-yard line. Sean Sylvia is in there on the tackle for Boston College.
Yeah, Renfrey playing really top level right now. He's way over here on the left side. He's going to run the corner route, get in behind the corner as the corner bites up on the flat route. Flat route takes the corner out of the play, and so Renfrey throws in behind to Connor Vernon.
A 25-yard gain on the play brings up first and 10, and they're in operation at the Boston College 38. Pass to the flats, complete to Varner. Varner puts the brakes on, tries to steer himself around the defender. It gets to the 32. It's a gain of 6. Dominique Williams brings him down.
As much as we talked about how diverse the play calling was for Dave Brock and BC, we're seeing that here in this opening drive for David Cutcliffe and his offense. Renfrey spread the ball all over the field, and they're playing at the tempo they want to play at.
Vernon gets a rest. Varner's in the slot to the left. On second down, and it's Varner with some running room. Varner to the 22. Gain of 9. Williams and Fletcher stop it. As Duke closes in on the red zone.
Well, what happens is BC jumps into a pressure look, but nobody's covering the slot. Nobody's covered up the outside, so Renfrey just raises up and puts the ball on Verner, who's in the slot. A pretty easy play. Really easy to see right now for Sean Renfrey.
Renfrey rolling toward the slot, finds Braxton, and he is separated from the ball, incomplete at the 15-yard line. Good coverage right there. Donnie Fletcher put the hit on. Spencer Rosatano, we have said his name all afternoon. Got a block punt, a bunch of tackles, 6 by Arca.
Yeah, Donnie Fletcher right there, number 4. There's Rosatano. Those two guys have been very active. Rosatano, the block kick, and then Donnie Fletcher, kind of the veteran back there in the secondary. 20 career starts at the corner.
Second down 10. 8 plays, 61 yards, 9th play of the drive. The pitch to Thompson, turns the corner. It's down to close to the 10-yard line. It'll be a nice gain on the play for the first down. It's going to be close to 12 yards.
Boy, good block by the big fella, Kyle Hill, number 79. Watch him get the seal block right there. What a great block to get Thompson to the corner and turned up. Nice job. Mentioned Kyle Hill, the veteran guy up front, the big fella from Orlando. 39 consecutive starts now.
First and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down. BC showing pressure. This is Duke's first venture into the red zone. And that's been a problem for them. They're 3 of 7 from the red zone. Renfrey, pass, picked off by Boston College at the 5-yard line. Jim Noel with a huge play on the ball that got away from Cooper Heflin.
Yeah, this is one you shake your head at now. This is one that's got to be looked at, I would think, upstairs. But Heflin, this ball just volleyballs off his hands. It's a good decision by Renfrey to hit his tight end in the flat. And he just volleyballs it in the air. And that looks like a pretty clean catch on the sideline by Jim Knoll.
Question is, was he in bounds?
Is he bobbling the football? That's the big question. It's definitely in bounds.
They're going to review this play.
Interception inbounds. The play is...
And we'll be back right after this timeout.
If you love your car and want to protect it, then you need Haviland Motor Oil. Chevron Haviland contains the Deposit Shield formulation. This protects your performance and can help extend the life of engine parts. So it protects your investment as well. So look for the shield and protect what matters. Haviland.
The ACC Network isn't your regular network. It's the home of your home team, featuring live games on your local TV stations. It's the official website featuring more video than ever and a vault loaded with the best moments in conference history. It's mobile apps with live games, scores, and highlights. It's the ACC Network. Your team, your conference, your platform. For information, visit accnetwork.com.
The financial landscape keeps changing. It's tough to navigate, full of too many followers and not enough leaders. At BB&T, we help our mortgage clients know which way to steer. By sharing more than 135 years of financial knowledge, you and your family have the information you need to move in a brighter direction. Talk to us today about your mortgage needs and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, official bank of the ACC.
Does it make sense that a German car company would break ground in Spartanburg, South Carolina and call it home?
Does it make sense that in the height of recession, when most companies were bailing out,
That they would dig in, they would find their latest design in California
and customize it in 10 million different ways? Does it make sense?
Does it make sense?
Does it make sense
that a small town in the South
would make every X3
in the world?
It makes perfect sense.
The BMW X3. Designed in America, built in America.
Today's telecast is being brought to you by BMW, by AT&T, by CPI Security Systems, and by GMC. All right, the play was reviewed, and it's been ruled an interception by Jim Noel, and here we see it on the pass to Helfet.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, Steve, whether he actually had control of it. We're going to go after this play down to Dave Baker. He was right on top of it.
So Boston College has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. Works the same purpose as a punt, but Duke doesn't want that. They were in the red zone looking to score. Andre Williams gets a little bit of running room. He gets up to about the 8-yard line, just a 2-yard gain. All right. Dave Baker was right down there on the line of scrimmage. What'd you see, Dave?
Steve, it was a great use of replay, I thought, because you had the linesman who initially called it incomplete. The field judge came in from the end zone who was trailing the play and called it complete. And so I guess what happened at that time is you got to have that compelling evidence to overturn a call. But it happened so fast. Two guys, both in great position, both had different looks at it. And that's what replay is supposed to get you to in terms of the right outcome.
He had 20 interceptions a year ago. That's the first one of the season. We have a timeout called here by Duke as an injured player on the field. That's Jamal Wallace. We'll take a timeout with him with the score 19-14, Boston College leading Duke.
Doesn't have to slow you down. With better car replacement, available only with Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance, if your car is totaled, we give you the money for a car 1 model year newer. To learn more, visit us today. Responsibility. What's your policy?
There's a tap-dancing leprechaun that lives in my tree. His name is Handsome Pete, and he's my best friend.
This man is full of baloney, and so is our biscuit. And that's just the way it is. The made-from-scratch fried bologna biscuit at Hardee's. Most fast food chains use chicken tenders that are pre-cooked and frozen ahead of time. Like 2 months ahead of time. Hand-breaded chicken tenders. We make them fresh, you eat them fresh at Hardee's.
Advanced engine in its class, 50 horsepower, dual overhead cams, and fierce acceleration, the Gator XUV 825i will shatter your expectations.
Sitting in the rear seat, you can chill your drinks, get a massage, put your feet up, and watch DVDs. Sitting in the rear seat, there's really only one thing you can't do. Drive. The Equus from Hyundai.
All right, we are back. There's Frank Spaziani. He's got a new center out there. Not only was Jamal Wallace hurt on the last play, but Andy Gallick was hurt, so they've slid Ian White over to that center position. Nathan Richmond moves over to the other guard spot. Here's the first snap. Here's the pass complete to Pantali, and it's good for the first down. Out to the 16-yard line. Kelby Brown makes the tackle for the Duke Blue Devils, and it's a gain of 7. Good for first.
How about that option? Or the ability to change over? Ian White slides over to the center spot, number 62. He's been playing right guard, and his first snap is a shotgun snap. It's one thing to snap it up with the hands of the quarterback right there where you can give it to him, but he had a shotgun snap. It was right on the money. Pretty good job.
Third different center. Mark Spinning has been at that position, but he's hurt. And Gallagher moved in there. Here's Andre Williams, and wow. That's all you can say there is Matt Daniels laid some pads to him right at the line of scrimmage at the 16.
Now, Matt Daniels, who's listed as a safety, plays like a linebacker. He's going to step up in the hole, number 40, and he's going to meet it right in the hole. What a great job of play. He comes in as their number 1 tackle, and you normally say, oh, well, you don't want a safety as your number 1 tackle. Well, Matt Daniels plays around the line of scrimmage a lot. The senior from Fayetteville, Georgia, Fayette County High School. He's been a stalwart back there. Been tough for him playing with a defense that struggled over the years, but he's been a guy that you can count on every Saturday to make plays.
13 tackles against Stanford a week ago in the loss. 44-14 at Durham. Out of the shotgun, second and long. Reddick upfield, and it's intended for Alex Amador. Could not complete the pass, brings up third and long. Duke's defense has been stout. The only blemish on Duke's mark here in the third quarter, Dave, is the fact that they threw that interception.
Yeah, Duke's doing a good job on first down, Steve, which is kind of beginning to limit what Dave Brock, the play caller today for Boston College, has been able to get to here in the second half so far.
Almost 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Struggle of the defense. Reddick back to throw. Pass complete to Amadon, this time over the middle, but far short of the first down. Gets him out to the 23. Cockrell makes the tackle, his 7th of the day after about a 5-yard gain. To the sideline we go. Dave Baker on the injuries.
Hey, Steve, Andy Gallagher just cramping up down here. They're trying to get some fluids into him. And to Arch's point earlier about the way, you get a guy to come in and go to the shotgun on the first snap. That's the third string center. Remember, Spinning, the starting center, not able to go in this game. So they're down to their third center are the Eagles.
All right, here's Butler back to receive the punt. Floating punt there by Quigley. He'll pick it up on the run. And Butler loses his footing. Tackle made on the play. Hampton Hughes. Let's go back to our ACC Network studios. Danielle Trotta.
Thanks so much, Steve. Time for a Hyundai update. 18th ranked West Virginia at Maryland. Terps come up with the big INT. Offense converts. DJ Adams makes it 34-23 West Virginia. Terps closing the gap. Auburn at Death Valley. Clemson. Sammy Watkins just scored his second touchdown of the second half to extend the lead 35-24.
Wow. Incredible. Good day for the Clemson Tigers. Busy day in our studio in Charlotte. Play action. Comes a handoff now. It goes to the left side of Juwan Thompson. Not much there.
You don't think they're making any noise in Death Valley today, do you?
I don't think so. Pretty quiet day.
Boy, I'll bet that's a fever pitch. Now, when you talk about set and tempo, and I know David Cutcliffe, you saw how fired up he was coming out after talking with Dave Baker. This defense really came out and set a tone. They had a couple of 3-and-outs here, and it put Renfrey back on the field driving again.
He's looking at 2nd and 8. Pass out there to Varner, but a good tackle made on the play by Kevin Pierre-Lewis.
Well, he defeats the block of the guard, John Coleman. Kevin Pierre-Lewis, probably the fastest of the linebackers. It's going to flow on your left-hand side of your screen. Now he has to defeat the block of the guard. He beats the guard to the spot. Little screen pass. John Coleman was the guard and is able to put the hit on Burner.
Third down coming for the Duke Blue Devils, and a key third down. They trail here in this game 19-14. The defense has set the tempo for them. Renfrey looking to try to move the chains here. Pass complete to Helfet. And Helfet in Boston College territory at the 48-yard line. A nice gain on the play. About 16 yards, and it gets them the first down.
Well, I like the way Renfrey's standing in and throwing the football. That's a big hit down around the waist. Max Holloway coming off the left side, but you love the way Renfrey's standing in and making some of these throws.
First down. Duke with that key third to first to the tight end. Renfrey hands off. Karun on the carry, gets to about the 45-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3. The ACC's on Facebook. Like us on Facebook and become a fan of the Atlantic Coast Conference. You can get breaking news, conference updates, and connect with other ACC fans from around the world. Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7. Duke trying to get the go-ahead score. Renfrey high snap. Has plenty of time. He's got a man open, and that's Braxton. Brandon Braxton, the sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. From Providence High School, Donnie Fletcher.
See, this is a big time throw right here. Little play action fake, put your foot in the ground and drive it to the outside on the deep comeback route. That's an NFL throw right there by Sean Renfrey.
15 on the play. Karawune. Not much going on there. Tackle made on the play by Kevin Pierre-Louis. Gain of about a yard on the play makes it second down. 9. Duke looking for their first victory. Boston College the same. Duke plays 4 of its next 5 at home. One up here on the road. Down. 19-14 past Karawune. And it's 25-yard line, maybe about a gain on the play.
Talk about DeVito. Talk about Luke Kuechly and how he reads plays and sheds blocks. He sheds the block there of Varner, and then he comes out. He's got the inside leverage. DeVito has the outside leverage on the play. Excellent job of playing the position, reading and reacting. Luke Kuechly is as good as there is in the country.
Third down 8. Pass is complete. Inside the 20 to the 19. That's going to be Halfett. Tight end. He's going to be close to the first down. It's a little shy. About a yard shy of the play. Gain of about 8.
This is where you struggle because you can't run the football. You're going to have to either kick a field goal or risk throwing it. But looks like their field goal unit is jogged on here. This has been a problem child for them this season.
Jeffrey Edis is in the ballgame now. He's getting ready to kick. Will Schneiderwine is their regular field goal kicker. But he's been hurt with a bad ankle. 4th down and 1. Here's Edis with a kick. And he did not get it. Wide left. And that's got to be discouraging for Duke because they drove the length of the field. Well, again, denied in the red zone.
That's 2 drives in a row. Steve turned away. Interception turns you away, and a field goal turns you away.
3 of 9 in the red zone so far this season. Time out on the field. Back after this from your local station.
Welcome to Nissan.
Altimas, please.
Nissan has a better availability of vehicles than Toyota or Honda, so you can save now. More cars, great offers, equals more savings.
Now get $1,500 cash back on Altima or $3,000 back on Maxima. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your local Nissan dealer today.
Next stop, savings.
Guys, I'm kind of freaking out. I have to upload a movie project for finals or else I won't graduate. So please, shut that stuff down until I'm done, okay?
Sure. No problem.
Living with Wi-Fi hogs?
Let me play.
No. Say hello to Time Warner Cable Wideband. All the speed, power, and bandwidth
Go back
you
on
need.
now, I got it. You are lifesavers.
From our fastest internet ever.
No problem.
Call or click now for maximum download speeds.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento. With up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before. And right now, lease the 2012 Sorento for $249 a month.
Okay, this is it, the Built Ford Tough Sales Event. And in this corner, America's most fuel-efficient pickups. Featuring F-150 with exclusive EcoBoost technology that delivers the power and MPGs the so-called contenders can't. Plus, it's ranked highest in initial quality in its class. Now that's a 1-2 knockout punch.
Drive F-150 or Super Duty with 0 for 60 plus up to $2,000 or up to $6,000 cash back. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Update. Great news for the ACC. Georgia Tech's Tevin Washington connects to Roddy Jones. The air attack continues to impress. GT up 45-17 over Kansas.
Ready to come back into action here. Boston College has the ball after the missed field goal, and they have it at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. They lead it 19-14. See Anthony Boone warming up on the sideline. True freshman from Monroe, North Carolina. 1st and 10. Reddick the throw. Pass is complete. Out there to Swigert. And he threads his way up to the 32-yard line. August Campbell. 13-yard gain. And let's see what happened on the field goal by Jeffrey Eas. Thing was going left right from the hole. And of course he's in for the injured Will Snyderwine, who's 0 for 4 so far this season and tried to kick in the pregame, and you can see him favoring that ankle. He turned the ankle in preseason and it has aggravated him through the season. That's why he's 0 for 4. And then last Saturday he made an onside kick against Stanford that was successful, but he twisted his ankle and hurt. We've got a whistle and a flag on the play. Thrown out of bounds, intended for Swigert. Now, the question is, they may be discussing whether he's out of the tackle box.
Holding, number 59 offense. 10 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. Remains 1st down.
It's only the 2nd penalty, and that's on Andy Gallick, who came back into the ball game. Our principal financial edge of the game. Well, Duke Blue Devils, 8 penalties, 64 yards. 3 negated 1st downs and 2 failed red zone drives. And one, of course, foiled by the missed field goal, the other by an interception. And that's one of the things that Arch talked about in the keys to the game. And that is get things done in the red zone, and that has eluded Duke all year. 1st and 20. And Reddick just grounds it.
Well, he had to.
Eligible receiver number 20 was in the area. There's no foul.
The reason he grounds this is because it was a screen play to Kimball. And once the line releases upfield, if he throws the football beyond the line of scrimmage, it becomes an illegal man downfield penalty. So good play by Reddick, realizing the situation. So he throws it to the ground by his screening back, and he doesn't get called for grounding. That's an intelligent play, even though you don't get anything out of it.
It helped get himself outside the tackles to do it. 2nd down and 20. Amadon across in motion. Reddick to fire, has Coleman deep, but too deep. Daniels covering late on the play with Johnny Williams. The ball just seemed to float there for Jonathan Coleman.
Yeah, long throw to the wide side of the field. Coleman running the deep corner route, and really a good read by Reddick. Just didn't get it done there. And now a 3rd and extremely long. This is one that when Dave Brock got up this morning, was going to call the plays for Frank Spaziani today, was not thinking about 3rd and 20.
There's probably one play in the playbook for that.
Usually is turn around and hand it to the running back right here.
Give our punter some room. Larmont is in the slot. Outside of him is Amadon, and that's what they're going to do. Get some running room for the punter. They may get even more. It's going to be Finch on the carry, but he's going to be shy of the 1st down. He needed 20. He got about 10. You can follow the ACC on Facebook, get breaking news and updates, and connect with other ACC fans. Visit facebook.com, the ACC.
Well, Duke has stepped up here in the second half, especially defensively. Now, they've moved it offensively. They can't complete the drive, but defense is getting their job done. BC's not been able to move the football.
Twice they've been down in the red zone. Quickly with the kick, lots of air. Fair catch called for by Butler. Real late at the 30-yard line. It's a 40-yard kick, no return. And that's where Duke will have the football. Let's take a look at our Haviland defensive shield. Of course, BC has finished each of the last 6 seasons in the NCAA top 20 in points allowed. That has not been the case thus far this season, as they allowed 24 and 30 points respectively in the first 2 games. And they've given up 14 to Duke. They may give up more before the afternoon is through. That's our Haviland defensive shield. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Play action now for Renfrey. He gets out into the pocket. And the pass, the short one, is complete out along the far sideline. And that's going to be Braxton. Fletcher on the tackle. 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5 coming up now for Duke.
That's a nice play by Renfrey. Had a 2-man route. Going to throw it in the right flat. Just get something positive on 1st down. Again, they're not running the football, so you've got to make some of those plays happen to keep yourself in a good position on the chains.
The wide side of the field, Varner's in the slot. Open backfield for Renfrey on 2nd and 5. The comeback pattern by Braxton. Catches a block on the corner. Slides ahead, but can't get enough for the 1st down. Gets to the 39. Hughes on the tackle. And that sends you to our ACC Network studios in Charlotte.
Thanks so much, Steve. In this Hyundai update, good news for Maryland fans. They are now within 3 after being down a bunch on West Virginia. DJ Adams makes it 34-31.
Could be a very, very good day before the day is done, Danielle and Tommy, for the ACC. Leading in 2 and vying for the lead in a 3rd. And the 1st down looks like it's going to be achieved here by Duke. And we're counting down the seconds here in this 3rd quarter. We may turn the football around here in very short order. Final 9 seconds. I don't think we'll run another play here.
Coach Cutcliffe has to be very pleased the way his team has come out here in the second half, and now they've got 1 quarter left to try to steal one here at Boston College.
Dominated time of possession, and for the 3rd straight game, BC scoreless in a 3rd quarter. They are zipped here, both teams, 19-14. Stay tuned for the 4th quarter from Chestnut Hill right after this.
Everyone has a dream, but sometimes your future can be a bit hard to see. That's why the principal created the Dreamcatcher, a new online tool to help imagine the life you want someday in pictures. You can organize, prioritize, and plan. Then, with more than 130 years' experience, we can manage your investments to help make your dream reality. Visit dreamagain.com or ask your advisor. It's time to dream again with the principal.
All right, you ready? Wait a minute. I forgot to set the alarm at home.
How do you know?
Well, my CPI and touch system just sent me a reminder. I can either set it from here or with my BlackBerry.
Huh.
Check it out.
So is it on now?
Yes.
Wow. Let's go.
Farm to away.
CPI, changing the way you look at security. Call today for installation in your home or business.
Long before a Cummins diesel engine powered a Ram truck, it roared to life out here and proved itself here and here. And it's now delivering best-in-class towing here and unsurpassed torque here. The Ram 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty covers you everywhere. The official truck of the Kentucky Derby. Ram.
At McAllister's, there's a whole lot that's new. And a lot that's not. Here's what's new. Here's what's not. New. Not. We think you'll like what we've made better and what stayed exactly the same. McAllister's. Delicious is in the details. Win our sweet ride. Visit facebook.com/tfreaks for details and official rules.
Another good thing about Geico is they've got, like, real live people working there 24/7. So, like, say you need to report a claim, right? A real person will be there to help you. Then you can use geico.com to view photos of the damage, track your claim, print an estimate. You want an English muffin? They literally hand you a toasted muffin with butter and jam. Whoa, it's tasty. That's a complete dramatisation, of course, but you get my point.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Meet the Mazda 3 4-door. 5-door, and the one and only Mazda Speed 3. No other car in its class looks like it, feels like it, or most importantly, drives like it. This is a car worth driving, and that's the only kind of car we build. We build Mazdas. What do you drive? Now get the Mazda 3 with 0% APR for 60 months.
It's a beautiful day for a run here. Chestnut Hill Reservoir just to the east of Alumni Stadium. Let's take a look at our Mazda stats through 3 quarters. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Duke right now on top of the total offense. They have shut down Boston College in the second half. Penalty yards and a turnover has been their bugaboo, and an inability to score when you're in the red zone. Missed field goal and an interception for Duke, preventing them from going ahead in this game. They've got the ball, though, 1st and 10 as we start the 4th quarter at the 42-yard line of Duke. Steve Martin, Dave Archer, Dave Baker here in Boston. Here's the pass out to Juwan Thompson. He's got some room, and he may have a first down, but no, they're going to mark him out after 9 yards at the 49-yard line of Boston College.
Well, a good quick read by Sean Renfrey. They jumped up and played man coverage, and number 24, Kevin Pierre-Louis, has to run all the way across the field to cover Juwan Thompson coming out of the backfield. And that was a good read, realizing the linebacker had a long way to go to get on the back. They had a nice first down pickup.
2nd down and 1. As much as a free play for Sean Renfrey. Hands it off to Thompson. Thompson eludes a blocker, gets the first down. Gets it up ahead to the 46, maybe 47-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis on the tackle.
Nice run that time by Thompson. Dylan Quinn, 92, big defensive tackle, blew inside. Block of John Coleman. Thompson spun out of there and got the first down.
Let's see, we're headed to College Park next Saturday. Temple at Maryland. 12:30 we'll kick it off. 12 noon for the ACC Blitz. Our studios in Charlotte. Pass complete. And Thompson now has become the featured back of this drive. He gains another 8 yards out to the Boston College 38. DeVito and Kuechly on the tackle.
Here comes Anthony Boone. Checks in now on the 2nd and short.
Boone moves up on the chart with Brandon Connett not available because of a shoulder injury. Moves 2nd behind Sean Renfrey. They're going to put him in the shotgun. Pass into the flats, complete. Donovan Varner, first down. Out of the 25-yard line, gain of 13 on the play. Steele DeVito has the tackle.
Well, this is a heck of a throw. The read throw says throw the ball to the back in the flat, but Anthony Boone had a decision. He was going to throw the ball to Varner regardless, and he stuck it in there. You know, talking to the coaches on that sideline, they said that Boone, if you combine the run and the pass, is the best guy they've got.
Well, Renfrey comes back in on 1st and 10 at the 25. Handoff now, Korowune, and he is nailed out of bounds, but not before he got an 8-yard gain. Duke once again for the 3rd time this half find themselves in the red zone. Defending the red zone presented by CPI Security. Red zone D. Teams have scored coming into the game 9 of 10 times, 6 of them touchdowns, but Boston College has held Duke out twice thus far this afternoon. 2nd down and 2. just inside the 15. Connor O'Neill and Luke Kuechly make the tackle for Boston College. And it's going to be good enough for a first down. They move the forward progress past the 15. And let's go to the sidelines and Dave Baker.
Steve, the one thing that's happening with this Duke spread offense, yeah, it's what they like to run, but they are making Luke Kuechly run from one end of Boston to the other. I mean, except for that last play up the middle, he has had to cover some ground to get every tackle he's gotten today.
First and 10 at the 15. Pass is complete to Crowder. Crowder headed for the end zone, but he's knocked out of bounds at the 5. Hampton Hughes got the tackle and saved the touchdown.
This is a kid, young kid, true freshman, Jameson Crowder, number 3. He's going to run the quick screen. Got to get a block from Vernon. He gets the block. This is a kid that may be a little undersized, maybe slipped by some programs around the country. He's as quick and as talented as maybe any of these guys that play in the slot around the nation. Just got overlooked maybe because of size. 5'9", 170. He has a chance to be a special player at Duke.
Second down and 1. They're at the 5-yard line. They can get a new first down at the 4. Thompson is the lone setback. He gets the handoff. It's going to be close. He ran into Kuechly. See what the forward motion is and the spot. It looks good enough for the first down. This is the 3rd time that Duke's been in the red zone this afternoon. They've been denied twice. An interception and a missed field goal. And it looks like they got a first down. Yes, they do. First and goal.
Let's see if they're going to be on that. I was just going to say, we'll see if they bring Boone in to play quarterback and have the run element in the red zone. I think this is going to be one of the biggest problems is they have not been able to run the ball down here. They've decided to throw it. Boone now, with the ability to run it from the quarterback spot, gives them an extra option.
This is the 12th play. We've come 67 yards on this march. First and goal from the 4. Here comes Boone on the carry, and he is hit. Guess who? Luke Kuechly. There are no surprises for Luke Kuechly. 17 tackles for him this afternoon.
Kuechly's right here, and all he does is find the football and put it on the ground. Goes through 2 blockers and makes the play. I like this, though. I like Coach Cutcliffe keeping Boone in the game here to keep the option available. Nobody covering the slot receiver to the top of the screen.
That's Varner. Braxton to his outside. Here's Crowder on a jet sweep. Crowder to the end zone. No! He's hit just before crossing the goal line. A huge hit by Jim Noel. Wow.
Well, it's a long time to hold the block. Brandon Braxton trying to hold the block to the outside, and it's just a long time to hold it. A good job by Noel to come off and make the play. Little surprised that Renfrey back in the game here.
3rd down and goal from the 1-foot line. Duke looking for the go-ahead touchdown. They trail by 5. Renfrey is denied. No, he's in. The ball broke the plane of the end zone. And that's all it takes.
At 6'5", Renfrey was able to extend the ball over, and that's why he was in the game. His length as a player to extend it over the goal line and the quarterback sneak to get the touchdown.
And this likely will be reviewed. They're looking right at it. Oh. But our camera is just slightly off the goal line. But from that angle.
Remember, the official's right on the goal line, so he is looking right down the line to see if the ball extends over, and that's going to be as clean a look as you'll see for an official to determine whether the ball broke the plane, because the ball's extended above the pile. And you have to trust him at that point that he broke the plane, because like you said, Steve, we were a little skewed with our angle there, and from that angle certainly looks like it might be a little short, but we were a little skewed with the angle of the goal line.
Well, I'll tell you, the length of Sean Renfrey being able to, as soon as he got the ball, to put it over the plane, if indeed that is the angle that the officials saw on the sideline. And of course, they're looking at the replay in the booth.
Well, it's hard to think on the move that quickly, but to have Sean Renfrey come back in the game with the ball 3rd and goal at the 1-foot line, you had to know that the only play was the 6'5" man going over the top on the quarterback sneak, because he certainly wasn't coming in to do anything other than that. They weren't going to throw it in that situation. If you're going to run it with anyone else, Boone would have stayed in the game.
Didn't have a fullback in that situation. They showed fullback in the previous play. Here it
After
comes.
review, the ruling on the fans. Stairs is called. Touchdown.
All right.
And what that means is it's not confirmed it was Stanz's call, because there was no determining factor that made them flip it. So they stayed with the initial call on the field.
So Duke is going for 2, and this may be another product of the fact that Will Snyderwine is not available to kick. And also a product of the fact that they're only 1 point up on Boston College, and a 2-point conversion stretches them out to a field goal lead. So Duke will go for the 2. They're in the lead here, 20-19.
Now look for Vernon down in this area, number 2.
Crowder in motion. Renfrey sets, fires to Vernon, as you said. Now, was he in bounds? No. Out of bounds. Connor Vernon. 2 points denied.
He re-injured. He's twisted his knee as he's trying to make a play in the back of the end zone.
We have a flag in the end zone. But here's the look from Sean Renfrey.
He did catch the ball out of bounds. The point is no good.
The point is no good. Duke will kick it off. Let's look at it again as we go away to commercial break. Vernon did not keep it in bounds. 2 points denied.
Introducing the 60 Seconds of Mayhem Sweepstakes. You can win a new car and kick a field goal at the All-State BCS National Championship for a boat, motorcycle, RV, and a home makeover. January 9th is gonna be mayhem. Will you be there? Enter at allstatecfb.com.
Most fast food chains use chicken tenders that are pre-cooked and frozen ahead of time. Like 2 months ahead of time. Hand-breaded chicken tenders. We make them fresh. You eat them fresh. At Hardee's.
You ready for this? I just signed the whole family up for unlimited mobile-to-mobile minutes.
You're kidding. No. Where's that money coming from, Steve? Did it even cross your mind to ask your wife before signing us up for something so expensive? My mother was right. I should have married John Clark.
They were free. I got them when I signed us up for unlimited messaging.
Get more value from AT&T. Buy an unlimited messaging plan and call any U.S. mobile phone free. AT&T.
It's never been more powerful. It's never been more fuel efficient. It's never been more BMW. The BMW 3 Series, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry into your BMW Center today and take advantage of exclusive offers.
ACC Football is brought to you by CPI Security Systems, by John Deere, by Liberty Mutual Insurance, and by Champion. As you look at the market, that's Quincy Market downtown in Boston off Faneuil Hall. And here at Chestnut Hill, Duke is taking the lead on Sean Renfrey's 1-foot plunge. Stuck the nose of the football across the plane of the end zone. It's ruled a touchdown. The 2-point conversion was no good. And Paul Asack is getting ready to kick it off. Bobby Swigert and Taj Kimball receive it. Kicking problems have forced David Cutcliffe into a numerous amount of decisions here today that didn't totally play a role in the decision to go for 2, and the ball goes out of bounds, so that's not what Duke wanted. And not having Will Snyderwine around to control the kickoffs is a problem. The ACC Network's unlocking its archives and releasing over 60 classic football games, and all can be seen for free at theacc.com. Today, a top 10 matchup between Boston College and Virginia Tech back in 2007. Quarterback Matt Ryan led the Eagles on 2 second-half touchdown drives, including the game-winning pass to Andre Callender with only 11 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter in that game at Blacksburg. Relive and share your favorite ACC football moments at theacc.com/vault. If anything, that game in particular probably established Matt Ryan is one of the top quarterbacks in Boston College history.
Yeah, he had a day at Georgia Tech where he could throw the ball in a Coke bottle, ended up throwing over 400 yards with passes, too. Heck of a football player. He's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL.
Here's the pass on 1st and 10. It is complete. It's to Pantali, the tight end. Not much yardage on the play. About 5. They'll mark him out to the 45-yard line. Matt Daniels on the tackle along with Lee Butler. Boston College has had trouble scoring in the second half. Outscored 41-7 in the second half this season. They have not scored in the third quarter in the first 3 games.
Well, they did just get a first down here in the second half. Duke's defense has taken them completely out of their game.
Reddick with time. Pass knocked away. And a great play made by Kelby Brown. Intended there for Finch coming out of the backfield.
Yeah, had Finch on a short crossing route, and Kelby Brown, number 59, is just going to step up and take him on the underneath route. A little collision, then jumped over the top and batted it down. But Duke just playing faster defensively here in the second half than they did the first half, and the decision-making has been sped up.
Big third down coming up now for Boston College. 3rd and 5. They trail by 1, 20-19. We're in the 4th. Reddick complete, but short of the first down. Great open field tackle by Johnny Williams on the pass completion to Lars Anderson.
Well, it's a short route, so this is one that Lars Anderson is going to have to catch the ball and run for the first down. So the ball's thrown short of the sticks. No chance to get the first down with Johnny Williams right there. So BC a little concerned about the pressure their quarterback's been under here in the second half, throwing the ball short. And Duke just rallies up to make the play.
Ryan Quigley will punt for only the 2nd time this afternoon. Hangs one high. Lee Butler will run it out of bounds as soon as he gets it. So Quigley does the job. A 37-yard kick, not much of a return. A beautiful day and a very tight game to watch on a beautiful day. It's Duke by 1 with the ball when we come back.
I'm a ref being chased out of town after the worst game of my career. You forget 1 down, and the whole stadium turns on you. And if you have credit rate insurance, they may not pay for all this. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem like me.
Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent.
Every day you face financial choices, large and small. When you make the right choices, you head in the right direction. At BB&T, we've spent more than 135 years sharing our knowledge, helping clients become more informed in all areas of their financial lives. With our checking and savings options and online and mobile banking, it's easier than ever to find the direction just right for you. Talk to us today about your banking needs and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, official bank of the ACC.
There's a tap-dancing leprechaun that lives in my tree. His name is Handsome Pete, and he's my best friend.
This man is full of baloney, and so is our biscuit. And that's just the way it is. The made-from-scratch fried bologna biscuit at Hardee's. Most fast food chains use chicken tenders that are pre-cooked and frozen ahead of time. Like 2 months ahead of time. Hand-breaded chicken tenders. We make them fresh, you eat them fresh at Hardee's.
USNews.com called it as luxurious as a Lexus LS 460. Automobile Magazine exclaimed, it's such an easy car to like. And Motor Trend said it has forever changed the perception of Hyundai. Perception might just become reality when you see this.
Presenting the 385 horsepower, 25 mile per gallon Hyundai Genesis. Welcome to reality.
You're watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports. We welcome you back to Chestnut Hill, where the Duke Blue Devils have the ball again. Leading by a point, 20-19. They have dominated this game from both sides of the football in the second half. Sean Renfrey at the controls. Low snap out of the backfield. This is Crowder. And Crowder gets a full head of steam and gets up to about the 24-yard line, and it's going to be a gain of about 7 on the play. Let's have a look at our BMW Ultimate Drive. It's the scoring drive that set up the go-ahead touchdown.
A heck of a throw by Boone right there. Really coverage dictated throwing underneath. He made a great throw, and then Renfrey caps it off on 3rd and goal, diving over the top, and Duke leads here by 1.
Our BMW Ultimate Drive. First down from the 30. Pass is complete. Cooper Helfet. Gain on the play of close to 6. Luke Kuechly, tackle 18.
Well, BC has stayed with their basic defense most of the game, and it's zone coverage, 4-man rush zone coverage. But Duke has done an outstanding job of stretching the field sideline to sideline and creating problems, matchup problems outside. Kuechly's been the main tackler, but they've really stretched them thin across the board, and because they can't run it, they have to be precise in the passing game, and they have been that so far.
Renfrey has spread out his targets, but that's the 6th reception of the day by tight end Cooper Helfet. We got an official who's hurt on the play. Getting some care on the sidelines. It's Smith. Here is Renfrey. Carries out to the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of a good 2.5 to 3. Kassim Edebali on the tackle for Boston College. Tell you what, not easy. I'm glad we're up in a booth. We're going to have to go through what everybody's going through down there. We've got a lot of injuries on this game. Well, guys, nobody knocked out for good. The ball come back. Sure, that official will come back. The back judge. 3rd down and 2.
Zero coverage. Look at everybody up here. They're going man coverage. This is something that you don't normally see from BC. As they're coming, they're bringing people.
Pass into the flats, complete. And that is Juwan Thompson, and he's got the first down at the 42-yard line. So Duke maintains possession with a 1-point lead and actually able to move the clock.
Renfrey paid the price because they came after him, but they get the backs man that's supposed to cover him gets frozen by coverage, and it looked like maybe Kuechly. Luke Kuechly peeking in the backfield was responsible for the back, and he froze just a count, and Renfrey got him the football and got him upfield just in time for the first down.
Luke has rolled up 447 yards of total offense. That's going to be Thompson carrying. DeVito in on the tackle. Closed captioning for ACC football brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. You know, it's bow time. Second down coming up. A nod to our folks here in the booth. Arthur Cates on stats. Ken Trevor's our spotter. Elena Macon is our stage manager. If in the din of the battle we forget to thank you folks, consider yourselves thanked. 2nd down and 8. Great crew here in Boston. Renfrey steps back, pass complete. Varner near midfield, shy of the first down. There's a flag on the play. Back in the area of Sean Renfrey.
I think Dylan Quinn has had something for the quarterback all day long. This is about his 3rd hit on Renfrey.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 92 in the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Quinn's been pulled out of the game now. This is about his 3rd shot, late shot on Renfrey. They've been jawing back and forth most of the game. And Frank Spaziani's having any of it. He pulled him out of the game right there.
So that puts your true freshman in there, Max Ricci.
How about this drive, though, throwing the football and moving it when you're trying to eat clock? This has been impressive by Renfrey and the precision of the Duke passing attack.
Vernon's in the slot to the near side, goes to Varner outside, and Varner claws his way down. His forward motion will be to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, you talk about dictating to a defense now. That's what Duke's doing. David Cutcliffe has forced BC to change their thought process. That, again, was a scenario where they played man across the board and were bringing pressure. That's not what BC wants to do. And David Cutcliffe, with Sean Renfrey being precise in this drive, have forced them out of what they like to do. Let's go to Dave Baker.
Arch, take a look at these receivers as well. Every time they catch one of those passes, the intuition is to go to the sideline. They know they're running clock. They're turning back to the middle of the field.
And Varner can't pick up this reception. Rositano is there. And let's send you to Danielle Trotter at our ACC Network studios.
Thanks, Steve. With a Hyundai update, Maryland's trying to mount a comeback, but Danny O'Brien just threw his 3rd interception of the game with 1:45 left to go. It's West Virginia up 37-31.
That's where we'll go next weekend, College Park. The Terrapins don't have much time left to pull out a victory against West Virginia, as Danielle just said.
Once again, look at the coverage now. What they're giving them, they're creeping up. They know this is a huge down. They're going to come after the passer.
3rd and 5 for Duke, up by 1. Blitz is on. The pass, no, bobbled by Vernon. He had it, but couldn't hang on. So they've gone to Varner and Vernon on back-to-back plays, and both have dropped passes.
Now Kevin Pierre-Louis is going to come off of Sean Renfrey's right side, number 24. He's coming hard. Renfrey feels him and rushes the throw. The throw's a little behind Vernon, and the defender was able to rake it out of there.
And Duke is probably going to burn a timeout here. They do. We'll take it with them to reset the scene. 4:44 left to go, and Duke is up by 1.
If you love your car and want to protect it, then you need Haviland Motor Oil. Chevron Haviland contains the Deposit Shield formulation. This protects your fuel economy and helps minimize carbon emissions, which of course helps to protect the environment. So look for the shield and protect what matters. Haviland.
My name is Jack Lenahan, and I'm a student at Boston College. I'm a history major on men's track and field, and a volunteer in my community. I've had so many people to look up to in my life. Now it's time for me to step up and be a role model. I believe in we before me. Giving back to my community, that's how I live united. The ACC and United Way. Live united.
Every day, millions of people choose to do the right thing. There's an insurance company that does that too. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
Does it make sense that a German car company would break ground in Spartanburg, South Carolina and call it home?
Does it make sense that in the height of recession, when most companies were bailing out,
That they would dig in? That they would find their latest design in California?
and customize it in 10 million different ways? Does it make sense?
Does it make sense?
Does it make sense
That a small town in the South
would make every X3?
Every X3 in the world.
It makes perfect sense.
The BMW X3. Designed in America, built in America.
Problem that plagues Duke right now. There's Will Snyderwine. He's hurt. He's their normal All-American field goal kicker. Paul Asak is their long field goal kicker. If you were to kick one from the 30, it would be a 47-yard field goal. They're going for it on 4th down and 5.
Yeah,
Biggest play.
Let's see if BC decides to blitz. They're showing a zone look right now. Play it off.
Renfrey with Thompson back. As time throw incomplete and nearly picked off. Intended for Connor Vernon, who's down on the field again. He's taken some hits this afternoon.
Boy, Spencer Rossitano, he has been unbelievable. Big hit on Vernon right there. If Connor Vernon had any thoughts of catching the football, Rossitano's hit was going to dislodge it. Number 47, Spencer Rossitano. We mentioned his name, block kick, some big hits. He levels one right there. So it's one that probably borderline, whether you can call him a defenseless receiver at that point, but he was going to make sure Vernon didn't catch the football.
And Vernon is slow to get up. And now Boston College will have the ball at their own 30-yard line. As Duke gives it up on downs, they'll have 4:39 left to go. They have all of their timeouts remaining. And all they need is a field goal to walk off and win.
But they've had a tough time moving the football this entire second half, Steve, against this Duke defense.
1st and 10, Reddick at the controls. Back to throw, has some pressure, and Matt Daniels got a hand on that. It's incomplete, and let's send you to the studios. Danielle Trotter back in Charlotte.
Thanks, Steve, for a Hyundai update. Clemson finally gets their revenge over Auburn, and this Taj Boyd touchdown to Sammy Watkins was the nail in the coffin. Clemson wins it 38-24. Steve?
And they avenged their loss to Auburn on the Plains last year. They had a 17-0 lead in that game and lost in overtime. Today they take care of things in regulation. We're in regulation here with Reddick throwing deep. And it is incomplete. Johnny Williams covering on the play. Spiffy Evans, the true freshman, running down there along with Colin Larman.
Boy, it's really good protection. Give Reddick a chance to sling it down the field. He makes a good throw here. Now let's see if the DB finds the football, which he does. Uses the arm bar, a little bit of an arm bar maybe. Boy, that's certainly. I don't think you could have complained had they thrown the flag. You certainly can't complain the way Johnny Williams looked and tried to find the football.
3rd and 10. Big third down conversion looking here for Boston College. I think down one and not much time left. This could be 4-down territory. The pass is incomplete. Intended there to Swigert.
You got a punt.
Got the punting unit on. Here's Quigley.
BC has all 3 timeouts left, I believe, don't
Yep, they do, and 4:23 left to go. The question is, can they stop Duke once they give the ball back to them? Duke has dominated time possession of this game, and especially in the second half. Quigley's kick is a beauty. Butler calls fair catch back at his 25. That's where Duke will get the football. So the Blue Devils get it back after a 47-yard punt. Duke with the football, up 1. Back after this word from your local station.
These days, filling up is becoming more and more expensive. So do it less often in a Ford. Ford offers 7 models with best-in-class fuel economy. And no one offers more vehicles with 40 MPGs. There are many reasons to drive a Ford, but going farther in one may be the best yet. Now drive Fusion with 0% financing or up to $2,500 cash back. Or lease one for $199. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Nothing guarantees a good mood like college football and Arby's. Right now, win college football tickets and an Arby's tailgate prize pack by texting touchdown to Arby's at 27297. Football is the perfect season for good mood food. Only at Arby's.
Want to feel great? Then try Arby's value menu with all your feel-good favorites, like mood-enhancing curly fries and their classic junior roast beef, starting at $1 happy buck. Arby's, it's good mood food.
This season, you need a truck like the Silverado to take on that list of yours. It's the Chevy season of doing. And there isn't a better time for a truck with checkmark after checkmark of pure doing power. Get to your Chevy dealer today, get the truck, and get that list done.
Introducing the 2012 Kia Sorento. With up to 32 miles per gallon and more features than ever before. And right now, lease the 2012 Sorento for $249 a month.
I'm David Cutcliffe, and you're watching the ACC Network.
We welcome you back to Chestnut Hill Alumni Stadium. Boston College trailing here by 1. David Cutcliffe's Duke Blue Devils have had the football 18 minutes and 28 seconds in the second half compared to 7:17 for Boston College. They have it now, 1st and 10 at their own 26, looking to exhaust 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock and pull off their first win of the season. Juwan Thompson. ACC championship game is coming up in Charlotte, and national recording artist Dierks Bentley headlines the ACC Fan Fest. Get your game tickets now and don't miss this free event held Saturday, December 3rd, prior to the ACC championship game. Visit accfootballcharlotte.com for tickets and more information. A long way to go to determine who's going to play in that game. But the key is to keep your conference record clean.
Duke working the clock all the way down now. Redford's got it inside 5 seconds.
3:31 left to play. Gets the snap off. Thompson will take it. This is the most conservative we've seen them all day. Thompson gets the first down and moves the chains out to the 45-yard line. Now Boston College has 3 timeouts remaining.
On a day when Duke really has not been able to run it at all, they come up with maybe the biggest run of the game, get a good block from big number 79, Kyle Hill out in front. He cleared that left side, and Juwan Thompson got in behind and ran for a first down. Their biggest run easily of the game today.
17 yards to be exact, out to the 44 of Duke. 1st and 10, and Sean Renfrey has already given them the play. They're just standing there taking as much time with under 3 to play. Play clock down to 3. Just got it off. And off up the middle. Seam Edebali makes the tackle.
As Boston College burns a timeout, Sean Renfrey has been outstanding today. He's thrown the ball all over the yard. You can see that the wide receivers obviously stepped up big, but that wide receiver number a little skewed because they use them as the running game, the screen game to the outside, the short throws to extend drives. It was a great job of exemplifying that in their last drive as they moved it down the field.
It's gone to 8 receivers so far. Let's update our AT&T fan vote. We asked you which quarterback would have the most touchdown passes of the day. And the margin, 2-1. 2-1. Go 59% for Sean Renfrey, and he came out on top. Thanks for participating in the AT&T fan vote. We do it every Saturday. Have a lot of fun with it. And our fans were right, so at least so far today.
I'm just going to say, don't sell Reddick short yet. He's still got a little time left. He gets the ball back.
Question is, how much time will be left when he gets the ball back? It's 2nd down and 8.
They're to the point now where Frank Spaziani is going to have to burn his timeouts as they're showing the zone look in the secondary.
Pass to the flats. Braxton with it. Brandon Braxton's going to be shy of the first down. Steele DeVito makes the tackle, and Boston College exhausts their 2nd timeout. So they're down to their final one after this.
Well, you're almost to the point now. 240 is a little bit of a stretch, but if Duke were to get a first down, they would be in a position where they could almost salt the game away running the football. So this is the monster down in the game here. 3rd down. That's what Frank Spaziani and Billy McGovern is standing in the pile of Eagles below us trying to tell his defense, hey, this is it. Game's on the line.
Next 5 games, an FCS opponent coming in next week, Massachusetts. Then they have Wake Forest before they visit Clemson, Virginia Tech, and Maryland. If that isn't a murderer's row of games, I don't know what is. Clemson feeling it today after beating Auburn. Virginia Tech's playing Marshall. And Maryland going after West Virginia. They're battling in the closing seconds. For Duke, they've got Tulane next week at Florida International, which won't be easy. Florida State, Wake Forest, and Virginia Tech all home. 3rd down and 6. A first down could salt this away for the Duke Blue Devils. Key stop.
They're up on the line. Man coverage in the secondary.
Renfrey. They pick up the blitz. He'll get out of the pocket and still stays with the football and gets sacked by Dylan Quinn, who's been in his face all day.
Well, they dial up pressure on third and medium. Came up, played man coverage, which is, like we talked about, a little out of character for them, but they do a great job of getting to the quarterback. And Renfrey does the only thing he can do is eat the football here. Don't throw it away. Stop the clock. Make something stupid happen. Just take care of the ball. Take the sack. If you're David Cutcliffe, you'd like to see him not lose as much ground and take the sack. But a good play by BC when they burned their final timeout.
2:32 left to go in the game. That's their first sack of the afternoon of Sean Renfrey. Here's total offense. Look at that. Duke 478 yards. You even outrushed Boston College this afternoon.
Well, remember how even that was at halftime, Steve. When we came back after the half, the numbers were very close across the board.
Sean Renfrey has been the man of the hour.
Well, he's played confident. He's done a good job of taking shots and throwing the ball with people in his face. That was a big throw there to Vernon for the touchdown. Came back after getting dinged. He's done a good job today, giving Duke an opportunity to win.
Alex King back in punt formation. It's a line drive off. Swigert will call for the fair catch. And that stops the clock with 2:24 left. BC with no timeouts. And they'll start 79 yards away from the end zone. Now, keep in mind, they don't have to get into the end zone. They just got to get into Nate Freese's kicking zone, and they can get back and win this football game.
And the lack of timeouts not as magnified at the college level, because obviously you get the clock stop with the first down conversion. But what BC has been unable to do in the second half is get a first down. They've had a tough time.
And Nate Freese, his career long is 49. He's kicked a 47-yarder today. That ties his career or season high. 1st and 10. Chase Reddick. To do that, he's got to get the ball down to the 35-yard line. Pass for Lars Anderson is incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:19 left to go. Offense by half. First half, Boston College, 32 plays, 229 yards. Second half, no touchdowns, 19 plays, 49 yards.
Well, the reason the lack of production is you got to convert on third down. They've not been able to get any first down, so you can't extend any drives. Got to find the easier throws. The easier throws are going to be up here at the top of the screen.
Second down and 10. Pass is through the hands of Pantalo. Chris Pantalo, the junior, tight end out of Wayne, New Jersey. Drops the ball. The only good thing that happened, the clock stopped after 4 seconds.
This is where Chase Reddick has got to stay calm now. He cannot panic. He's got 2 downs to pick up the first down. There's more than enough time in the game. No reason to panic and have to push it down the field. If you don't have anything that's going to get you first down, throw it underneath and get yourself in a medium scenario to convert on 4th down.
Duke shows a 3-man rush. 3rd down and 10. BC down 1. Here's Reddick to throw. Steps up. Fires. Pass complete. Larmon at midfield.
We got a flag down here. It looks like maybe Big 12 was a roughing the passer.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 59 defense. Right ahead. 15 yards in the run. Automatic first down.
Steve, this is the young quarterback making a play right here. The athleticism of the QB to keep this play alive, because there's good pressure this time by Duke, but the young kid slides up in the pocket, eats a huge shot, and finds Larmon down the field on a big game.
And that pushes the ball 29 yards at 15 to it. You got 44 yards, and you're down to the Duke 34-yard line and pretty doggone close to Nate Freese's field goal range. If it comes to that with 1:59 left to play.
Seen some gutsy quarterback play today by both Renfrey and Reddick.
And off. That's to Kimball, who's already scored once in the air today. Gain of 4. No timeouts left now for BC. Clock runs down, but they are closing in at the 31. Add 7. That's a 48-yard kick for Nate Freese for a field goal.
You'd like to get it down there about the 20-yard line at least.
Yeah.
You feel good about yourself. You get out this range, anything can happen.
Well, you get to the 20 ball. You get to the 20, you got a first down and a little bit of time left. Plus, you'll stop the clock once you get the first down. Second down, however, and 7. Here's Williams. He's got the first down, and he's inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. And that opens up a world of possibilities for Boston College.
You want to clock it here. Set first and 10, no rush. Get everybody lined up properly. Just want to clock it.
And they do. The thing is here, Dave, you do not want to score too quickly here. But you want to make sure you get a chance to score.
Well, Duke's still got 2 timeouts in their pocket. You'll begin to see David Cutcliffe will use his timeouts because all BC's going to do here now is run the football. They're not going to do anything different than run the ball, eat as much clock as they can. David Cutcliffe will try to burn timeouts to try to conserve some time for his offense.
Well, the shoe went over on the other foot. So that pass to midfield and then the roughing penalty that got them down to the 34-yard line. Now they're at the 14, 20 yards later. Looking at second and 10 with a minute and 1 left.
This is where you're in the huddle as a quarterback. You're telling the back, take care of the football.
Handoff Williams at the 10, carries the pile down inside the 5. He may be close to another first down. They'll stop the clock with 52 seconds left to go. They'll mark the ball shy of the first down, but they only need a foot to get it.
Duke's gotten pushed off the ball here by this big offensive line. We talked about how young they are, but they know how to come off the ball and hit people. Coach Cutt wanted the timeout. He actually told the official prior to the play, hey, I'm going to want to burn a timeout right here. That's why he's waving his arms around. He says, I told you I wanted to call a timeout right after that play, but the official attending his duties and not Coach Cutcliffe's.
It's going to be third down and a yard to go for first. 52 seconds left to go. The clock stopped by Duke's second timeout. They've got 1 timeout remaining. They lead, but it is perilous. Long snapper at work. That's Sean Flaherty. Gerald Lovano, the holder. They want to make sure that operation for Nate Freeze, if possible.
All that is a moot point if you get into the big fella and he leans forward for a yard. You can kneel down on it, that'll be over. Get the field goal.
There's the drive. And off comes to Williams. Oh, what a tackle in the backfield made by Canty. Walt Canty, the junior from Roebuck, South Carolina. And now that means it's fourth down, and you got to bring the field goal unit on. And that'll be Nate Freeze coming up.
That's a big play by Canty.
Duke will call their final timeout.
Knifes in off that left side and makes that tackle and forces BC to go ahead and make the field goal. And what it does is preserves the time now. It's Coach Cutcliffe is able to burn his final timeout and save some time for Renfrew.
This will be a 23-yard kick for Nate Freeze. He's already hit kicks of 43 and 47 today. His career long is 49. His season long is 47.
Well, the only thing that bothers you here a little bit is a little bit of the angle, but it's not really that bad.
No.
Essentially an extra point off the hash is really all this is.
Flaherty comes out over center. Lovano, the holder, and a big kick in the life of Nate Freeze right now. And give Boston College the lead. That kick is up. No! Wow! Oh!
Hit the left upright.
Oh my goodness.
Looked like it caught the left upright. The operation was good. It was a very good snap. Excellent hold. No problem with the battery operation. He just hooks it a little bit left and catches the left upright.
And look at the Duke sideline. David Cutcliffe, Sean Renfrew.
Well, and how big is the tackle by Walt Canty on 3rd and 1 to knife through and force BC to kick a field goal and not give up the touchdown right there. Monster play by Canty to save the day.
And no timeouts remaining. All you got to do is take a knee, and this one is done. The Duke Blue Devils win their first game, and they complete the job they started last year against Boston College. They were denied in Durham after driving to 4th and goal. And with 46 seconds left to go, Max Holloway batted away a pass that would have given them the win. This year, they make sure they get it.
Give the Duke defense all the credit in the world. Renfrey was great, but the Duke defense was outstanding in the second half.
They were terrific. They held Boston College to only what's going to amount to be close to 10 minutes possession in the second half alone out of the 30 minutes played. The clock winds down, it expires, and the Duke Blue Devils get a key win on the road, and they win their conference opener against Boston College and send the Eagles reeling at 0-3. David Cutcliffe there at midfield with Frank Spaziani, a dejected Nate Freeze. And we're getting ready to go to the sidelines. Our Dave Baker is searching out David Cutcliffe and some of the other prominent players in this game. Sean Renfrey, what a day for him. 39 of 50, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception for 357 yards. And let's go to the sidelines and our Dave Baker.
God, I can't remember. It was the football movie I was watching the other day, and the guy said it's a game of inches, and it's an inch here and it's an inch there, and I don't know how wide that thing is, but it was enough.
Well, I don't look like Robert De Niro. That's who you're talking about. But, you know, our guys deserve to win this game just as much probably as BC deserved to win the ball game. It was a very good football game. One of those things that both of us are struggling a little bit, and then dadgum